Hello, and what's up? Welcome back to Fate. Back to space. Hopefully the audio is more suitable tonight. Let's rejoin the room with our friends. What are they talking about? Comic books?
Well, next Wednesday, the last episode comes out, so you can just binge watch it.
Are you talking about Hawkeye?
Yeah.
I was close. I guess you're talking about comic books. That is comic book adjacent.
I was just saying how Hawkeye's awesome.
Excellent. Wonderful. I was like, I bet they're talking about comic books. I jump in.
How did you know?
I don't know. Gee, it's like we're all nerds or something. Alrighty. Anyway. What?
Nerds?
I've never read a comic book in my life.
I would not.
What are those again? I can't even read, actually.
I've never read in my life.
Yeah, I don't even know what that means.
All right.
I refuse to read menus at restaurants.
This pink player, your name is far too long, by the way. I can't pronounce that.
This pink player.
You need you need a shorter name that's only one syllable. I only know the word syllable, so I can tell you. Banana.
You may call me Gigi.
That's two syllables.
I call you Gigi. No one else can call you Gigi.
What about me?
They haven't earned the right.
No.
What?
I hired her first.
But I work so well.
Angry.
Well.
You
Don't
might
worry.
have had relationships with Gigi, but I hired her, and she's my friend.
Just my associate.
First come, first serve, and all that.
You can call me Gigi when he's not around.
All right. We'll figure out a cute little thing between you and me. Don't worry about it. I got this.
All right, absolutely wunderbar. Who recalls what happened last time and where we left off?
No
And
idea.
it's been 2
Totally don't
weeks,
remember.
right?
I think we had to skip a week because one of us had a headache, I believe.
Thanksgiving.
Your brain was
Thanksgiving,
going
that
haywire.
thing. You know, I probably had a headache anyway, so yeah.
I always have a headache.
Yeah,
Dude.
yeah.
We love chronic headaches in this household.
There's
Hell
also
yeah.
that. Oh, buddy, it's my favorite.
Forever dying.
Yeah, I know, right? Yes, last week was indeed the turkey day. I don't think we had turkey. Did we have turkey? I think we had ham. We had ham. Oh, that ham
I
was
love
good.
it.
Surely your memory's not that bad.
It was very salty,
It was very good.
but it was very good. Yeah,
I wanted more of it.
yeah. It was pea good. Anyway, to the game. Does anyone remember slightly what we did?
No.
I know I did a lot of hacking.
It had to do with designer clothing.
Ah, yes. We made the drug cartel angry.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I tried attacking the drug cartel. Yes.
Yeah. And then I sent him that note, right?
Correct.
Nice.
Wow,
Yes.
how could I forget that? That was awesome.
It was pretty good. I think, is it as good as chicken inspection, or is it?
Chicken inspection. Chicken inspection is pretty good.
Chicken inspectors are pretty honored, honestly. Not anyone can become a chicken inspector.
Chicken inspecting was fun, but that hacking was awesome.
Look, it's okay to acknowledge how cool it was. I'm just saying.
It was pretty damn cool, I will say.
I know.
But yes, you guys did do all that. You got some information, and then you skedoodled away because you realized that they are heavily armed, which is perfectly acceptable. You guys did drop an "I'm sorry." The person you were trying to help was most likely them. You guys figure? You're not entirely sure. But in general,
And there was that thing that was familiar to me, right?
yes, I believe so.
Okay. I just want to remember that that's the thing.
Yes. I'm trying to double check all the things. I have a section in my note for your
We're still trying to
pets.
find that one bounty, but he wasn't there.
Correct. Yes, he was not there at the time, so we did not find him. All the same, we do still have the really important data pad that Nara is currently in charge of. Whether she chooses to just extract information from it or hack it is entirely up to her. But that is where information exists. A quick reminder of how it functions mechanically is basically when you want to know something, the data is super scrambled. So when you want to know something, you just ask me like verbatim, what was the weather like 3 days ago? And then I'll give you an answer effectively. So it has lots of data on it, but it functions in that way rather than just like, tell me what you know. It would just start like puking just info and it wouldn't make any sense. So you can ask it specific questions.
You know, I think that I remember not knowing what to ask it. That's where I am at.
Yes, we did sort of pause there. I guess I'm trying to figure out how much I told you. As a quick reminder, it did have information about the Lesrin Corporation. Folk who worked with a something. They definitely worked on the engine that's currently situated in the Kabuto. They also worked on potentially another...
Which is where we kidnapped that guy.
Yes, which is where you kidnapped the guy, and you got some more information from that. Also, they worked on an unknown project. This person's name was on that list. The person that Gigi knew, and you guys drugged and then questioned in the ship and then kicked him out, and then you rocketed back into space. So theoretically, there are more names on there, probably more important names. You just need to know effectively what to ask and what you want to know. I'm trying to remember if I mentioned something about a certain somebody. I'm not going to, just in case I didn't.
Ooh, I hate that. That's so vague.
Yeah, I know.
I wish that I had written things down as if that was a thing I could do.
Taking notes is for nerds. Why would we ever do that?
Taking
I
notes?
talked to homeboy that didn't want to bleed or whatever when I shot him.
This is true. I also will say, if you want to take notes outside of Foundry, you're more than welcome to do so, because you can access them whenever you'd like. If you want to take notes inside Foundry, I can make a notepad for you, and that little GM screen at the bottom that pops up and shows us all the good stuff. I can have that basically have your guys' notes in that third tab there, if you want.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if anyone would actually take notes, but in case you'd want to.
Melanie, take notes. Take it.
So the plan, I mean, so we still have the little data pad, but also
Yes.
the plan is to still go after said bounty hunt person, target.
It is entirely
Drug man.
entirely up to you guys. You do know that this data pad is incredibly useful. As I mentioned before, it does have data that you guys should not 100% should not have about Nara's past corporation, and it might have more information about you guys or other things, potentially her that would logically make sense.
Oh, there was that gap that we were talking about, right?
Yes, there was a gap of just no information. It didn't really make any sense, but you feel like the information on this pad leads to the gap.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Yes. But realistically, we can ask, what is your guys' next intention? What are we doing on the Kabuto?
Right now? Or...
Yeah. You guys rocketed away, as it probably wasn't very smart to stay there very long. As you guys were leaving, and Nara was hacking, and that's
As you do.
probably
Their
the best
clothes were
time
ugly
to.
anyways.
Yes.
I'm actually not sure what to do next.
I can continue looking after Drug Boy.
Well, I mean,
Or looking
we
for
didn't
Drug
find
Boy.
him at the location, so we still need to track him somewhere, wherever the fuck he would be. But we do know that he's not affiliated with them because he stole from them. So obviously going around virtually to these Matrix Express places, aka this, I only say Matrix Express because people always say it's a mafia front.
Yeah. I heard that.
But these clothing stores that are fronts for the cartels are obviously not a good place to start because he would be running away from them. So we need to find some slummy area. Maybe Nara would know where to find a place for that, or we could potentially find him.
On. Wait.
Like scan local planets to see if there's any like nearby planets that a lot of shady figures go to.
Oh, you want me to go on like the dark web?
Yo.
Okay. I can absolutely do that and scan.
Do you know
definitely
what
do that.
kind of stuff he stole?
You're not entirely sure. They were relatively vague, and they definitely didn't say drugs. They said merchandise.
It's drugs.
Yeah.
So yeah,
It's
I would definitely go on the
drugs.
dark web to see if anyone's selling any high quantity of drugs.
All right. Well, can I do that? Yes.
You
Actually, you know what?
Definitely can.
This is fate. I get to decide what I do.
Yes. Your fate
I
is in your
go
own
on the
hands, my
dark
friend. Alrighty. You do have that ability that if you're looking for people Of course, you get an extra +2, I believe. I forgot which stat you rolled.
For
Your database. You get +2 when you're looking for info for people. So realistically, that can be, I guess, burglary makes the most sense. Networking also works. Is effectively whatever you want it to be.
So
Because that makes
burglary
more
has
sense.
a better stat, so I'm going to do burglary.
Sure. And then we'll add a +2 on top of that. So 6. That's pretty damn spicy, I might say. Alrighty, so you're fishing about on the web. Maybe looking for someone. Let me ask you, Nara. Obviously, we're looking for people selling drugs. You're finding plenty of that and more, unfortunately. A lot of them
But
are.
in bulk? Are they selling wholesale?
So you do see a lot of bulk, and looking through them, you gaze across a couple that you're relatively familiar with. Whether you've seen them in the past or done business with them, through the other group cartel you were with, or something else, that is entirely up to your character, of course. But those seem to have been in business for a while. They look like they know what they're doing. There aren't many typos. Everything seems spick and span as it should be. Upon digging around a little bit more, you actually do find someone that looks to be in a hurry to offload, I wouldn't say a lot of product, but a relative amount of product. They're labeling it as sweets. They say, we got sweets. We got a bunch of sweets.
Don't let Georgiana look at it.
Any kind of
Georgiana
sweets
looks away.
you could possibly imagine, we got them. Going fast, the highest bidder.
What is it that this brought to what brought my attention to this? Why am I looking at this like it's suspicious?
The verbiage might be a little too desperate,
A little too desperate? Okay.
and there might or might not be a typo or two.
Can I kind of trace back to anything that might have been on the data pad?
Potentially. What precisely are you looking for?
I guess to see if it's coming from the same people.
Okay.
Or people that they're 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon, but
Of course. We're looking for that. That's, I almost said sparkly bacon. What? No, like crispy bacon.
Sparkles bacon.
Yeah, sure.
Crispy.
Yeah, it's a space bacon. They got sparkle pigs, obviously. You dingus.
Would you eat it though?
Sparkly space pigs?
Yeah.
Probably.
I mean, are they
They
good?
make edible glitter, right?
Do they?
Pretty sure they do.
I feel like that would coat your insides forever.
Maybe that's what we
You'd
want.
be pooping glitter for a long time. If that's what you want.
No, but isn't that a thing?
Glitter poops?
Yeah. Didn't people make something for that?
Probably. It was most likely unicorn related, I would assume.
Probably. Now I'm wondering where this information came from in my brain.
The deepest recesses. I'm sorry I dug that up.
I can't remember what I did last week, but I can remember this strange glitter poop thing I heard about once.
I've definitely seen I can't think of the word. Like a spoof item that's a unicorn poop and it just looks like a little dog poop with glitter on it. I've definitely seen that before.
I'll just Google it because I have a phone.
Be careful.
Yes.
Okay.
Edible glitter near me. Anyway.
Yeah. Poop glitter near you. Hot poop glitter near you. Ugh. I'm good.
That comes up as one of those virus pop-ups while I'm searching for this. while I'm searching for the drug cartels.
Exactly.
I'm
You're
like,
what,
not again, not again.
what is this?
It just keeps going up.
Exactly. I mean, it's glitter. It's everywhere. You can just never get rid of it, ever. Years later, you're going to find glitter somewhere. Anyway, so if you're looking for something particular from the data pad, you would need to ask it a question directly.
Okay.
So you need to say, you don't need to tell it, name it anything, like Mr. Datapad. You can if you want. It might respect you
I'm
more.
only allowed... Am I allowed more than one question?
Okay, so basically how this will work is what you will do is roll your normal hack skill, so burglary. and you don't know if you did well or not. So, for example, if you roll a 1, you're going to think no matter what, you did pretty good, because the security on this thing is so obtuse. Even when you succeed, it's difficult to tell.
Okay.
You have 2 options, basically. If you choose to like not block anything at all, the enemy will just know where you are and will most likely pursue you.
I don't want that.
Right, but you can ask infinite questions at that point. You can just keep asking questions. So that is the upside. Any of you can ask questions. If you guys can think of something, just fire it off, and then I'll answer as quickly as I can.
All right, well.
If you use burglary, though, you can ask a question. And then depending on how well you did, if it responds in some weird way, you can probably tell that you're being followed.
All right.
Yeah, you'd roll burglary first.
So this, what is Ryder? What do you want me to do with this information with the drug cartel? Well, the weird drug people. I don't know if it's the cartel. I'm trying to figure out if it's the cartel.
Potential planet that has the dude on it.
Yeah.
I guess we go there and find him.
All right.
And then we pose as a buyer to draw him out, and then we go, gotcha.
Can I create fake profiles?
You most definitely can, and you actually see there is indeed a way to contact him.
Craigslist, but make it space.
So Craigslist.
Space
Yeah.
list.
Craigslist, space list. All right. I'm going to. We want to pose as a buyer.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to create a fake profile.
All right, sounds good.
Would that also be burglary, or would that be networking?
You rolled so well on the burglary, +6 on that, that I'll let you go pretty far with what you're doing. You basically have the information that you need to contact this person. So you can realistically just contact him. You're good. Networking would be trying to find someone you don't really know about, kind of digging around in your black book, if you will. This, you know this. You basically know where he is. Fortunately for you, he's
I know what
actually
his favorite color is.
It's
favorite animal.
It's maroon, and his favorite animal is the Snorgenborg.
Love it.
It's a great little man. It's a great little dude. I'm telling you. Fortunately for you guys, he's actually currently doing business. It looks like he's been hopping around a bit. You keep seeing different ads, and it's very difficult to tell. He's not dating them, so it's difficult to tell which one is active. It looks like he is moving around. This is actually partially also what helped you determine that this is probably your guy. Moving a bit too much, trying to offload this kind of product, little risky. Fortunately, he's currently located on the planet of La Rianca, which you guys have been to before. It was the large, hollowed out planet that basically was a giant metal sphere. And the building, everything, there's no core of the planet. It's completely hollow. Everything grows inside to the core, if you will, of the planet.
Okay, so I'm going to send him a response to his ad.
Okay.
In the way that I think he would take it not as a threat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then while I'm waiting for him to respond, I'm gonna ask the data pad. If I don't know how to word that. Never mind. I guess I want to know if there's any further evidence that links him to the cartel. Besides just like right now seeing it as like a correlation.
Sure, go ahead and roll burglary.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. When you inquire this information, it takes a second as it is searching and searching and searching. Then it pauses for a moment, and the answer you receive is effectively a no. This person is irrelevant and redundant.
Oh, so he's not connected to the cartel.
Not that you can tell.
He's just suspicious.
Yep. He's not
We're
connected to...
just getting a bunch of drugs from this guy.
Effectively, yes.
Okay.
Yes. From what you can gather, he just kind of... Maybe he got lucky or he outsmarted them or something. Judging by the size of their operations, probably not the outsmarting one. It looks like a... Yes?
You said it looks like a what?
Oh, it looks like he probably got away with this due to just sheer dumb luck, and that's most likely why they want him dead and their product returned. They're probably angry, as this does look pretty bad.
Okay.
From what you can see and tell, it's probably a dude going around on his own. It might be, just might be, potentially a small group of people. But it's a small group of people if that's the case.
Man, this is really embarrassing for him and for the cartel.
It's bad for everybody, yeah. And from what you can tell, he's not at all connected to the Lesnar Corporation. And you know this datapad has information almost exclusively on them.
Right. Well, might as well get the money from the bounty for this guy, right?
Yeah, might as well.
All right. And then I'll file the Lesrian Corporation until afterwards. But he's there, and we should definitely leave because...
What was the bounty again? Was it alive or dead or alive?
The bounty is more so on the goods than the person. They would like him removed, though. That would be appreciated. Yeah.
Dead. Get it.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
Well, it would be really embarrassing for them to have people know that kind of dude could steal from them.
Yeah.
Oh. So, I say, let's go. And,
Wait, what's our
so.
fake names?
Your name is, Buckaroo.
Buckaroo.
Yeah. We call you Buck for short.
Oh, Lord.
Really, I'm incredibly good at this job, Ryder. And you could just tell me what you want to call yourself, what your secret identity is, and I will make it a reality.
You will just be the person.
I'm fine with Buckaroo.
She has the
You sure?
power.
You sure?
Sure.
I was thinking about guns.
You were thinking
Seems
about
like
what?
Guns. It seems like a Western kind of name.
He does.
Guns?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's more of a sword guy.
Gun
But yeah.
well, I was gonna say fastest gun in the West, but obviously
We could be in West Space right now.
We're West Space.
West Space.
Yeah, I mean, realistically, it really depends on where you're facing.
Yeah,
Or does
I
it?
mean,
I don't know if
every
that's how that
space.
works.
Everywhere is-
every space is a
Is West
direction
Space,
at
yeah.
some point.
Every space, no matter where you are, is West Space.
We're all West Space.
Call me Quick Draw McCree.
Goo Goo Madoo. The shooty guy.
The shooty. It's Buckaroo McShoot
Call
shoot.
me Buckaroo Quick Draw McCree.
So intimidating.
They call me Buck
Sorry,
for short.
Stop.
They call me Gunsy Gary.
Oh no.
Beware my glare.
My friend
think-
called me Guns because I like guns.
Damn, I wonder how we got that name.
You know, I think that this is a really great secret identity, and that we should just keep using it. Personally,
Sure.
I'll just keep it
Is that
filed
the royal
away.
week? Like all of you should use the same personality?
Yeah.
Whenever you want to be
Yeah.
Gary Guns
If
or...
three people
Buckaroo.
walk in, they're all Buckaroo.
We're all
we are
Buckaroo now.
Legion.
You could probably get away with that. We are Buckaroo.
Even the bird guy? Yes.
He's extra Buckaroo.
Especially the bird guy.
Exactly.
He's-
What about that small
he's
little blue
the
creature? He is Meek.
Did I stutter? All right then.
Buckaroo.
Meekaroo, exactly.
Meekaroo.
His name is special because he's so damn cute.
He's a macaroon.
Now you know what the questions we dealing in drugs, boy.
Cute.
He's a clever macaroon.
So, now that
Mel, I expect
Fake
a
identity
plushie
is-
of Meek.
Fleshy of Meek.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that would be so cute.
I'll see if I can find a pattern. I'm not good at
Crochet me
patterns.
one blue fox. Honestly, you just need to find a fox
He
with big
wrote-
ears.
Crochet me one
So
tiny
it'd be-
little blue meat.
It'd be
that is a good
fennec
point.
fox, right?
Yeah, literally find a fennec fox.
So you
and just
could
get some-
definitely find a fennec fox.
Yeah, and then get some blue yarn.
amigurumi.
Blue.
Amaguru. I love that word. So cute.
I'm gonna look it up.
Little I'm a blue-groony. It'd be adorable.
A Blagroni.
Oh, little mans. Alrighty. So we are now on the way back to the planet of Larianka. Shouldn't take too long to get there, as we have indeed been there before. After some time has passed, we do indeed arrive. But prior to that, Mr. Aldris, you have another dream.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Yes.
Oh no.
Again.
Oh no, I know, right? In
Don't
this
make me
dream,
accidentally kill my dog.
you
in my
won't actually.
sleep.
You will. I would never do that. That'd be. That is not this kind of game. I would never do that. That is mean. You actually, on that note, not dog killing, dream killing, dreaming.
Dog killing. No.
This isn't JoJo.
No, no.
Dude's a little too trigger happy with animals. Anyway, I would say you normally dream pretty normally like everyone else, Aldris. It isn't too outside the realm of reality for you, but these have felt too vivid. You almost feel as if you're there, and you can touch the people that you're talking to. You can feel the wind against your feathers. Not that the ship is stale or, you guys can leave when you want. You're not a prisoner here, but it's something deeper than that. You feel like you're actually there. And the presence of those that surround you is palpable. But in this dream, it's something slightly different. We'll say as you drift into darkness, you see your fun usual, I'm flipping pancakes on the Eiffel Tower. This totally logically makes sense while you're running and now you're at your brother's house. What? And this all feels like normal dream space. But as you are dozing deeper and deeper into it, something switches, clicks, almost audibly in a way, and you actually notice it. This isn't one of those strange dream transitions where you're just somewhere else and go, yes, this logically makes sense, I'm going to keep doing it. You almost realize something's pausing. And as you turn, you feel yourself in a void. You look around and you do see stars surround you, but they are few and far between. You're not sure if there is a shroud around you or if you're somewhere that isn't here. Normally in a void of space you can see stars as far as you can see, but this is different. As you turn again, you see one of your people. It's an outline of a person, though. It doesn't... No true features. As you try to focus on the features, they shift and turn, and you see eyes and beaks and feathers, crowns, various bits of clothing from your past that you remember. If someone were to ask you prior to this, what did your best friend look like? What did your XYZ look like? You wouldn't be able to say, but now in this moment, there's something here where you could tell them, well, of course, she had red feathers, he had blue feathers, he looked like this, the way he smiled, the way her eyes crinkled when she said this and laughed. All these memories are just kind of coming back to you as you're staring at this vision in front of you. And as you go to reach out, but you're unable to touch them. They feel far away now. And as they do, you see a large hand slowly grasp around this figure, the fingers long and bony and gray. Behind this image, this visage of family, friends, you see a large gray figure with two long arms, eyes floating around it. A sickly familiarity strikes you. It's not looking at you, though. It's looking at them, this singular essence, and it squeezes. And for all intents and purposes, it pops. This small shades jutting to the left and the right and flitting all about, its eyes moving around almost playfully as this creature sees its essence just scatter. And then it gathers all the essence into something in its hand, something round, small, maybe the size of a ball. And this ball pulsates with energy. You feel as if the figure is going to turn and go along its way, but its body shifts and turns and looks to you, Aldris. All of its eyes focusing on you, almost as if it wasn't expecting you to be there. Before it can form full recognition, you wake, and you're back in the Kabuto. Meek is sitting on your chest, sort of pawing at you.
Nothing got shot by fire this time?
You look around and you don't see fire, but you do see Meek is glowing a bit, and he kind of like burps, and you see a little bit of smoke come out of his mouth.
What a good boy.
You assume he caught it. He nuzzles into your hand.
What a good boy.
He's got your back. And not long after you wake, we arrive again in Larianka. And looking about, we see the hustling, bustling trade planet. No one cares you're here until you walk up to their stall with money. No one's going to notice you. There are far, far, far too many souls dashing about the streets, we'll call them, of Larianka. A quick reminder, it is a large metal sphere. There are multiple entrances, I will say maybe 20 in total. It is the size of a planet after all. But they are rather small. Definitely big enough, of course, to fit your ship. There are other larger ones that accommodate larger ships, but these are normally closed until the ship approaches. The smaller, more trade-appropriate sized ways of travel, the docks, if you will, are always open for the most part. And as you guys pull in and park, you see there are many other ships around you. Some you recognize, some you do not recognize. And there is pretty much anything you could possibly want to purchase here. You guys do indeed know where this individual is. As a reminder, his name is Martyr Jones. And he's selling sweets. Nara, you have a general location of where he's going to be. It looks like there's actually what's it called? Not a farmer's market. It's similar to a farmer's market where people just like sell their wares. So what are those called normally? It's more for stuff than produce.
Flea market?
Flea market, there we go. There's an area for effectively a flea market where people, they just sell everything here. We all know it's mostly stolen for the most part. Not all of it, but a lot of it's stolen, but we don't question that.
Well, I let everybody know.
He will be here for just today.
Like,
Well, time to find us a bounty.
get him.
Does anybody else have a wonderful nickname?
Allison.
Allison, that's very cute. I like that.
Listen,
Yes?
Allison.
What's wrong with that?
It's
It's
fine.
even wider than Georgiana.
Did you say it's even whiter?
Is that what she said?
Whiter?
Is it Georgiana White?
No, I don't even know why I thought of that name. I'm sorry.
I mean, it's most other names.
Confusion. That's fine.
I'm actually not sure
It's
if I've ever
fine.
seen the name
We
Georgiana
don't have
before.
we don't have to stick to a theme. It's fine.
I'm pretty sure Georgiana is from Pride and Prejudice. I'm pretty sure that's where I heard it from.
Oh, really?
Yeah, his sister.
Oh yeah, Darcy's sister.
Yeah.
Ah, there's someone named Georgiana Cavendish, which is the Duchess of Devonshire.
Definitely not.
Probably not
No.
that.
No.
Maybe. God, now I want to know.
Anyway.
Oh, yeah, Georgiana Darcy. Oh, okay.
But that went over your head, didn't it?
I don't remember that movie. It wasn't.
I really like that movie.
I'm not a fan.
Wait, you're not a fan of which movie?
Pride and Prejudice. I didn't hate it. It's just I don't like that
You
time
mean, like,
period.
Do you mean the one with
Keira Knightley.
Yes.
You don't like that movie?
I like the actors. I like Keira Knightley. She's great. I'm not a fan of the time period. Just because
I don't like her, but
women don't have like, they're just like tools, and it just feels weird. I don't like where it's like,
They don't have rights.
they don't have any rights, and I don't like, I don't know. Okay, I appreciate it and I get it. It's just boring. They're all the same. Like, I don't know.
Fair. I'll acknowledge that.
Yeah, that part just bothers me. It's just like, if someone slightly speaks up, she's seen as like rude. I'm like, she's just talking. Like, literally.
That's fair. That is pretty annoying.
Oh, it's so annoying. Anyway, some of the humor's funny. I remember we watched one and some of the jokes were like, that's actually, I like that. Give me a hot giggle. Usually I don't get the humor though.
Hot giggle.
They all say something and I'm like, was that a joke? I don't understand your silly speech because my brain is too small.
Do you mean the one that she had the nosebleed on?
Possibly. My brain doesn't work very well.
Oh,
I'm blanking
huh?
on the name of that
I
movie.
don't remember. There's one called Emma. That one.
That one.
That one was cute.
Yeah,
That one was cute. I like that one.
that was good.
Yeah. I mean, because she had sass, and I'm all about that sass.
Isn't Clueless an Emma retelling?
I have no idea.
No idea.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying it's a different time period.
It's a very different time period.
Full on 90s.
Full on 90s. We'll have to look that up. We'll do an Emma retelling marathon.
Look,
Emma in the now.
Emma in the present.
Exactly. Your mic just
Wow,
exploded.
your mic.
You just turned a full-on robo Megan.
That's what I like to do.
Hell yeah. Alrighty. I mean, if there's a time to turn to robo Megan, now is the time. Anyway,
I'm
we
waiting.
have indeed arrived. We know this person is at their little trade flea market. You guys realistically can approach however you wish. It isn't weird to see a group of any number, honestly, come up to any of these stalls, so you know that you don't need to worry too much. He might be a little skittish, Nara, from what you've seen, judging by the fact that he keeps hopping effectively. It's a little annoying, but all the same, he should indeed be here. You did say you sent him a message saying you would arrive, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so then he is indeed inspecting you all. Inspecting? Expecting.
He's inspecting us.
He might be. Detector inspector.
My fake profile is impenetrable.
Oh, of course. You
Foolproof.
you burgled
He's
so
clearly a
hard.
fool.
Exactly. If anything, your account's been there longer than his has. He's like, wow, this person is quite reputable, I might indeed say.
So you said the stuff is called sweets?
He's calling them sweets. And there's a little like space emoji next to it, and then a little happy face.
All right,
I go to investigate.
I'm gonna go find him and talk to him.
All right. Are we all going to the location?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. As we all head along that way, you see various stands to the left and to the right, and people are shouting, trying to shuck their wares and their corn. You see plenty of questionable potential weaponry. You see various metals and such, foods. You see other things that might potentially also be drugs, but maybe hidden in like various dolls and such. And then you eventually turn the corner, and you see a rather small stand nestled to one that's quite a bit larger. The person next to him is they're selling a whole bunch of fruits that look very, very similar to apples. They say that they are grown on the home, nothing added, etc., etc.
Can I swipe some?
You want to swipe some apple?
Yeah, I want to make some candied apples for for Gigi.
When you say swipe, do you mean steal or purchase?
Swipe.
All right. You have a swipe skill, my friend.
All right.
I do extra love the taste of stolen candied apples.
These are going to taste really good.
Oh.
Not only do you sneak by and keryoink some of these, your eyes quickly flit to the absolutely juiciest ones. And I'll say you grab like 2.
All right.
2 of the
I
good
tuck them
ones.
into my pocket.
All right. They're kind of large, and I hope you have large pockets.
Well, I have a backpack.
Excellent. In my backpack pocket.
Yep.
Alrighty. No one seems... You don't notice anyone noticing you. And you kind of look around a bit, and you see this individual here, Martyr, looks a little nervous. He's waving to some people, and he's holding out these small, like, pink boxes. it has like glitter on it, and there's this weird like spacey Aurora Borealis design on them, and he's kind of trying to show them to people, and most people are kind of ignoring him.
I'll walk up to him.
You approach Mr. Martyr Jonez, and you notice that his stand says sweets that will sweetly send you spiraling. And he turns to you with the box and goes, "Hi, good friend, are you here to purchase?"
That's what he sounds like?
Indeed.
Howdy, I'm here to buy some of your sweets.
Yes. Oh, and he kind of looks at you, then Europe, and goes, "Are you all the purchasers I spoke with some time before?"
Darn tootin', I'm Buckaroo.
"Oh, greetings, Mr. Buckaroo." And he puts the box down and puts his hand out and shakes yours, and then looks to the rest of you and says, "These must all be your friends, yes?"
Hi, I'm Allison.
"Oh, hello there, Allison."
Hello there, Allison.
He's smiling very very nervously to each of you.
Bless your heart.
And he kind of nods and says, "How much did you say you wanted to buy, by the way, Nara? All of it or just some of it?"
Oh, not all of it.
Okay.
I feel like that would be a little suspicious.
A little, but he had a reasonable amount that buying all of it wouldn't be too weird.
So is this all your supplies right here?
These are a good portion of them, yes. I was told that you'd be purchasing a pretty good portion of them. I recently procured this product, and I'm only going to be here today. I talked to one of your friends, and they said that you were looking to purchase a pretty fair amount.
I mean, if the price is right, I buy all your sweets.
Oh, he
and
looks
if you want to load it up on my ship,
Do love sweets.
we do love sweets.
You got any lemonade?
I'm sure I could conjure up some for you, miss. I don't currently have any on me at the moment, though. There's probably a stand over.
It's all your product and a lemonade, or none at all.
Oh, I mean, there's a stand over yonder. I could grab one for you if you'd like.
Do you mind if we test your product before we buy?
His expression changes a little as he kind of looks over your shoulder and says, "Sure. Who will be doing the tasting?"
Oh, the Birdman loves to taste foreign substances.
Oh, hell yeah.
Wait, out of game.
Yes.
I feel like I could have a little, a thing that would test the purity of the product.
Yeah, but Aldris loves to trip out because he loves that drink.
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay, fine.
He nods to the Birdman, and he stares at you for a good second. Says, "All right, I can definitely do that for you."
His name is Jebediah, by the way.
Oh, Mr. Jebediah, it's truly an honor meeting you, Mr. Jebediah. You with the goggles, I'm not sure I got your name. He looks to you, Nara.
My name?
Yes, of course.
You don't need to know my name.
Oh, he kind of like fans himself, like, oh, all right. And he reaches under to grab one of these samples, and once again kind of checks over his shoulders a bit, and he slides it across the table to you, Aldris, it facing down to the table, so that it is not exposed. And he kind of looks to you like, grab it that way, or put your hand at the edge of the table.
I will do that.
As you do that, he passes it to you, but then turns his hand, has something else in his hand, almost a show off of like, yes, this is what you'll be taking, yes? And then he hands you this like lollipop looking thing.
I will grab the lollipop.
All right, he kind of winks at you grab that. The other item was a small square that you can put on your tongue and will just dissolve.
Like
a tab.
Basically. Yeah.
Well, I will take the space acid.
Okay, you take the space acid.
Can I take the lollipop and give it to Allison?
You most definitely can.
I'm gonna take the lollipop.
I don't know what
Subtly
drug,
scan it.
drug lollipop is gonna do for her.
Drug pop. And I'll scan it and then I'll, pass it back or whatever.
You can tell it's a regular ass lollipop, nothing special about it.
All right, I give it to Allison now because that's her name right now.
I'll unwrap it and pop it in my mouth right away.
All right, it's actually pretty good. It has an interesting little sourness to it, but it's mostly sweet. Mr. Aldris, if you could, make me a will roll, please and thank you.
Nice.
Stupendous. Absolutely stupendous. All right, you attempt to sort of focus your eyes on this individual. You kind of start looking around a bit, and you feel a little woozy, just slightly for a moment. So you take a step back to right yourself, but when you do, you see a figure standing in front of you, and this figure is you, standing in front of you from a second ago. And then you kind of lean back the other way, and then you lean over to the side to your right, and you look to the left, and you see a version of you from a second ago staring there, and then the version looks at you, you look at that version, and then the two of you collide. No pain, doesn't feel like anything, but you are everywhere. You start to look around, and certain faces are being changed out with Aldris, and suddenly you kind of you folks see him bump into someone, and they're like, "Hey, move it, asshole!" And they kind of walk around him. But Aldris, this person that you bumped into, is you. And they just turn and go, "Good morning, sweetheart." And they kind of keep walking away. And you just see everyone around you is a happy version of you.
I run away.
Jebediah! Was it good or bad?
I just start running away. Do I hear that?
You do hear your name, and as you turn, you see yourself waving, say, "Toodaloo, have fun there, Jebediah."
What in the John Malkovich am I listening to right now?
I just keep running.
You've seen that movie, right?
Which one?
Being John Malkovich.
Probably a while ago, yeah.
Because they go through a portal and everybody has John Malkovich's face, and they all just say John Malkovich or John Malkovich, John Malkovich.
That's somewhat horrifying. Does anyone go after him?
I will.
Okay. Oh, don't worry, he'll be fine. If Martyr, if you want to get all your supplies and load it up on our vehicular.
Martyr has a good laugh and says, "Apparently he couldn't handle it all that well. He'll be fine. He's having a good time. Trust me. He shouldn't get hurt. And he sees Georgiana and Liam running after this. As long as your friends kind of watch after him, he definitely should be fine."
What confidence.
What's...
No, I'm not too worried about him. He does stuff like this all the time.
Oh, all right. I guess it's good to expect the same thing from your friends. Not too weird. How much did you say you'd be taking again?
Marty, your voice sounds a little bit different.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm excited.
Well, how much for all of it?
How much for all of it? And he kind of flips out a pad and starts doing quick math on it. And then he
I can
pauses.
do the quick math on it. I can do it.
He do the quick math. Are you gonna try to beat him to the equation?
Yeah.
Okay. Is there it's not a smarts or anything. I would say
Brain athletics.
definitely not athletics. I'm actually not sure. What would be a good stat?
Resources? Provoke.
Resources.
I want to make him unsettled by getting it, by telling him how much it'll be before he finishes the equation.
Sure. I was looking for a big brain smart stat, and I actually don't see one, weirdly enough.
I only have one for provoke though, so this might not
That's
go
fine.
well.
We'll see how it goes.
That is lore, but
Dear God.
Epic fail.
Let's see. Well,
you get it wrong.
Amir.
Oh my God. I get the answer wrong, and I'm like,
You get it
Buckaroo.
wrong so fast. It's
Buckaroo,
impressive.
Buckaroo, I think he's cheating us.
And he He's not entirely sure where you're coming from. He's like, no. This price as he turns, and it's expensive because you know how much this is, but it's definitely reasonable. And it goes along with what you've seen before, Nara, that he's trying to offload it pretty quickly. In fact, one of the older prices you saw were a little higher than this, so he's cut down just a smidgen. If you sold this in small quantities, you'd make a pretty penny. But all the same,
I think this is a good price if you want to meet us on the ship dock with all your supplies. That'd be mighty fine.
I can definitely do that for you. And then also, I'll be sure to bring by a lemonade. Yes.
Yes.
Wonderful for the nameless one.
Yes.
Alrighty. When can I meet you precisely?
Well, I'm gonna be heading back over there, so whenever you can get over there.
Oh, I'll be over post haste then.
As he's talking, I'm gonna press a button on my metal arm, and it's gonna drop a little rolly tracker thingy, and it's gonna roll to attach to him so I can track him.
Sure. Coincidentally, at the same time, I want to see if I can get into his records to see who he sold it to.
Sold what to?
Sold all the stuff to.
Do you mean the rest of the stuff?
Like all of the drugs that he's been selling off. I want.
Oh, the stuff that he previously sold to.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say he sold it to you.
Yeah, no, because you said that he had been selling it for a higher price before, right?
Yes.
So I want to know where it went.
Oh, sure, of course. That will indeed take you a hot second. But as you're on your way back to the ship, go ahead and roll me your usual burgle. Give me them burgs. Okay. And we will say that this will take you a little bit of time. There is definitely some focus required here. Anything.
Wouldn't a lot of that be off the books though?
Hmm?
Well, I mean, if you're trying to look up who he normally drug sales would.
Oh no, it's super off the books, which is why this will take so damn long. This isn't. You might not even find out today. So she's basically starting to look.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But you're very much focused on it because you
no
sort of realize.
Channels, just...
Yeah, exactly. You quickly notice you're basically trying to see using logic and some of the math that you're aware of. If anyone purchased it, they're either using it or selling it. So you're trying to find anyone that's selling in even smaller batches than he and how much they're selling it for, and then kind of doing the math to see how much they would have purchased it for, et cetera, and then trying to see what their usual buy rate is, blah blah blah. That fun, boring shit. So you go about doing that. Georgiana, you are chasing after Aldris. Aldris, where are you going? What are you doing, buddy?
Yeah, back to the ship.
You're running back to the ship?
Yep.
All right. You head back into the dock, and you just see Aldris head after Aldris head lined up. They're huge, and they're just like they're all singing and kind of just having a good time. And as you get closer and closer to the ship, it notices you, and its beak opens, just goes, and you quickly run up its tongue as it cartoonishly rolls out the red carpet for you, and you run up into your own mouth. It's nice and warm and exciting. And Georgiana, you see him running towards this, but this isn't Aldris's normal run. He's basically, I almost said helicopter. He's planing with his arms straight out horizontally and and he's running around, and people are making way and just moving out of the way because they don't want to be anywhere near this guy. And he's having a good old time.
Oh dear God, what was in that truck?
Liam is trying not to laugh and trying to focus on chasing after him.
So, what was the real life equivalent to that tongue he just ran up?
Just the shit. What's it called? Oh my God, my brain isn't working. The ramp. There you go.
To our ship?
Just a metal ramp, yeah. Just for offloading stuff.
So some random ramp.
No, he went up the ramp to your guys' ship.
Okay.
Yeah. Where you would dock and undock certain items, whatnot. And you kind of trundle about the ship there, Aldris. Your dog Bartholomew meets you, except it's a small bird version of him with your head. You actually begin to notice, or maybe not, but these heads aren't actually your heads. They're heads of other bird folk. But they're all happy to see you. They're all really, really excited. Bartholomew begins to speak and says, "How was your adventure? Did you have fun outside?"
God. I just tried to ignore it all.
I'm not God. What are you talking about? You're silly, Aldris. And you see, as you run up the ramp, Georgiana, Aldris is like trying to ignore Bartholomew. Bartholomew is running around him, and you see your cat Snowball roll around the corner, and Aldris, Ghost?
Yes.
Ghost. Ghost rolls around the corner, and I did right, Ghost. Yeah, you're right. My bad. Ghosts around the corner, and Aldris instead you see a large bird head just like flopping and rolling, and it's like hello, and just rolling about. The cat stops rolling for a moment, Georgiana, and its little legs meet the ground against traction and kind of just like and just kind of moves over to you and just kind of like slaps against the side of your leg and just sits there.
I will quickly pick Ghost up and then. Can I gently direct Aldris to his bedroom?
You may certainly try to do that.
Is that not where I would have been?
You're still kind of in the main area of the ship, just looking around a bit.
Do I need to roll something?
Well, as you walk up to Aldris, you see another person from your past. Are you saying anything, Georgiana?
Aldris, I think you need to take a rest.
And you hear, Aldris, now's the time to play. Now's the time to have fun.
Uh-huh.
Aldris, are you listening to me? Aldris, please.
I'm gonna keep ignoring it.
Are you not saying anything at all?
Nope.
Okay.
Bird ear hole covered.
He's just zoning out, just staring at you, making plain noises.
All right, I'm going to forcefully tug him to his room.
Okay. Do you resist in any way, Aldris?
I mean, probably. Just try to stay in place.
Okay, you try to stay in place, and
Liam, get his feet.
You just go full. Are you going rigid or are you going boneless?
Boneless.
All right, you just go full boneless. We'll say you start rigid until like Liam like grabs you by the legs as she says that, and you just crumple, and then you're just like basically melting. You're like, I'm not going anywhere. And Liam's like, God damn it! He's like trying to pick you up, and you're just like flopping, and like your feathers are completely like, unfurled, and they're just everywhere. And he's like, and he's like trying to push and move them out of the way. You're just like basically lying on the two of them. And he's like, God, he is really heavy. And the two of you are basically trying to pick up Aldris as he is just melting into the floor. Go ahead and roll me. I want to say athletics, because I'm pretty sure that's where all your strength though is, Georgiana. He's not resisting, he's just melting, so...
Just noodles.
He's just a big noodle. He's a big old bird noodle.
Like
Alright,
a
pretty
cat
good.
getting into a box.
Yeah, basically that. You do a fairly good job as you and Liam are slowly able to, like, unflip his wings and kind of, like, click them back into place. And the rest of him is just melted out, arms, legs out, trying his absolute hardest to make this as difficult for you as he possibly can. Meek is trying his best to like nose body parts into place, but it's not usually helping. You're able to, the two of you are able to pick him up a bit and slowly kind of drag him over to his room. And then while you guys are doing that and trying to get Aldris away, Nara, you're focused primarily on your data pad, trying to like look up this, and you sort of realize maybe this is a little harder than I was expecting, but nothing is too hard for you. So you continue on your way. Right.
It's just take more focus. Doesn't mean I can't do it.
Precisely. As you see Martyr preparing and packaging up all of his product, what are you doing, Ryder?
Like he's at the ship, or
No, he's preparing to leave.
oh, okay.
Yeah, so he's preparing all the product.
Am I at the ship right now?
You're walking back to the ship.
Okay. Yes. I want to set up a trap for him.
Okay. How so?
So I have my tracker on him.
Okay.
just so I can know where he is.
Mhm. So far, he's not doing anything fishy at all.
Let's see. Where is our ship? Like, what kind of like how is the layout of how to get to the dock part of like where he would be unloading the supplies onto our ship? Is it like a lot of people around? Is it kind of like
There's a decent
not
amount
a lot of civilians around?
Yeah. So in general, it's impossible for there not to be people around. This place is just very, very, very busy, to the point where people don't really care what you're doing, unless you're doing something incredibly strange in public.
Is this place notorious for getting people stolen in plain sight?
People stolen? Not up front, no.
Well, the
But
reason
I
I'm asking is I don't want to just pop a cap in him and then people like freak the fuck out.
Oh no. There's almost nowhere you can be where you'd shoot him in public and people would be like, ah, yes,
This is normal.
this is
Could
normal.
you
Yeah.
shove him into a barrel in public and then take the barrel away?
Potentially. He is indeed going to your ship, so he'll most likely go on to your ship, which is what you asked him about.
Yes.
So in that sense, if he goes onto your ship and doesn't show up again, people will be none the wiser.
Got it. Okay. So if he goes on the ship, I'm gonna have the Kabuto prepare like a little trap. So once he walks in, so he's gonna walk in, start unloading it.
Okay.
And then at first I was thinking about just tasing him to get him to fall, but
Okay.
I don't want to tase him. I want to dispose of him.
Killing him?
Are we killing him? Was that the plan?
He's a bounty. Are we not killing him?
I thought we
You don't
didn't
have
have to
to.
kill him.
You don't have to.
I didn't think the plan was to kill him.
I was just gonna shoot him once he drops his stuff off.
Well, God is hinting that they want him dead, but if he knows information, couldn't we sell him to someone who wants his information?
I will say,
Alright, so-
in general, if anyone,
don't double cross the cartel.
yeah. So in general, if
We've already
anyone,
double-crossed the
always double cross the cartel.
you said sorry, it's okay.
You're right. I did put that sticky note on there.
You gave him an oopsie doodles. Didn't mean to hack into your shit and attack your
Whoopsie.
bodyguard. Anyway, in general, with any bounty, depending on what it is, for example, if it's giant worm eggs, you can probably kill things. You can't really talk to the worms. If it's a person, though, that stole or did a thing, 9 times out of 10, you get paid more if you bring them back alive, only because they can do the killing, torturing, and or questioning. Or just in general, it keeps things cleaner with depositing and disposing of the body.
That's less fun. Anyway,
Start it out there.
so what we can do is once he comes on board, I can have the Kabuto shoot him with a electrical shit so he's paralyzed or like falls down unconscious, and then we
Okay.
can put him in the interrogation room and interrogate him when he's tied to a chair. And then we'll see where it goes from there.
You can do that. All right. So that is your general plan. You phone ahead to the Kabuto. But when you do, Ryder, go ahead and give me... Is it notice in this game? Is that the uwu? It is notice. Give me a notice roll. Alrighty. My friend, as you are getting closer and closer to the Kabuto, you are still in the streets. Things are still wild and loud. And you think you're being followed. You're not entirely sure, but you get the feeling that someone's watching.
I'm gonna radio GG. Hey, GG.
Your intercom beeps GG, but you're hauling a birdman into the bed. As you slowly kind of lump him off you, you're able to answer.
Yes, Captain?
I think I'm being followed right now.
You need me to check the scanners?
Yeah, I just need eyes on what's behind me. I'm gonna keep them tailing me, but not let it be suspicious.
So I guess I'll go to the main deck, and I assume he has a locator on him that I can track?
Yes.
Alright, I'll do that.
You do that, and you can see that he is a a fair ways away from the Kabuto, but he's not too far. Still definitely in the hot territory of the markets.
I'm just gonna be like looking at certain booths and stuff, like not making it obvious that I know that they're tailing me.
Okay. There is definitely someone still there. They haven't noticed you noticing them. Noticing you noticing them. Georgiana, there are far too many people just to pick someone out easily. So if you want to do something, you're more than welcome to make suggestions. Nara, you are completely unaware of this as you are completely engrossed in your data pad currently.
I'm so sorry, what? There's things going on?
Nope.
All right, well, I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing then.
If I want to do things,
Yeah, is there any way you want to help, or you just want to see where Ryder currently is?
I would suggest that maybe I could tap into. Am I looking at like visuals, like cameras around?
You can, except you can only see outside the Kabuto. Ryder, unfortunately, is not close enough to that.
Can Liam get on the thing with his sniper?
Yeah, I was about to say sniper rifle it. Is he within, it's going to be like a straight shot approximately. Is he within range?
It would be a straight shot if he was closer to the dock. Currently, he's in the markets. So the exit from the docks to the markets is not entirely enclosed. There's definitely an opening. But shooting through this kind of crowd would be not impossible for Liam, just very, very difficult.
All right, I will radio back to tell the captain to come closer.
I start walking towards the docks.
Okay. You begin to do that. Georgiana, I'm going to ask you to make a notice roll. Using the ship's technology, I'll give you a +1. There are a lot of people.
Notice.
Okay. You think... Those dice again, Mike, what'd you roll? You think you see a figure as Ryder gets closer and closer to the docks, trailing behind him. It's difficult to tell because the ebb and the flow of bodies is ever present.
I'll describe this figure to Liam to get a better view.
As you do, Liam nods. You can tell that the individual is wearing a coat, much like others. It's a little cold here, but due to the just presence of people, it's also a bit warm once you hit the crowds. The coat's actually open. They're wearing somewhat of a strange, like, tall hat that's tinkered backwards. Their skin is like a dark gray, and they have a fairly plain face. As they're basically doing the same thing Ryder is, just kind of moving about. Looking at various things. And as you see Ryder take a few steps more forward, Liam's starting to get him in his sights, just waiting for him to do something, anything. And he trails off to the right, away from Ryder. You begin to look around for anyone else that might be following him, but the Kabuto and Liam don't really see anyone that's been consistently following him this time.
Do I see, as I'm walking, do I see any, like, alleyways?
Oh yeah, there are plenty of tight, compact areas between the buildings. Okay.
Radio back to the captain that the person I thought might have been following went down behind something else.
Okay. As we begin to move that direction, Ryder, one of the vendors puts their hand out and goes, Greetings, good sir. May I interest you in a bauble flop?
What a flop?
A bauble flop, my friend. Your skin looks quite pallid. It's just clearly putting some on your face, and he has this strange, fleshy, worm-like creature in his hands, and he begins squeezing it. It's kind of like oozing out.
Like, hard pass. I'm gonna walk past him.
He kind of like steps in front of you. Oh, no, I must insist. You are quite beautiful as you are now, but just slightly more beautiful you could be, and all the men and women would be falling for you.
I already have all the women falling for me. Thank you.
Oh, but there could be so many more as he's like getting in your way and trying to like show you this weird looking worm thing as it's kind of floppingly like wet sounding in his hands.
Ew.
I'm just gonna weave around him and keep walking. Okay,
make me an athletics roll to kind of squeeze around him because the crowd's getting more and more compact as you look around you. Okay, cool. You at first think like, shit, I can't get around this dumbass. And as you kind of like wiggle, you see a shot and you just take it. And he kind of squeezes the worm at you and it gets some of its like purple juices on your coat and he goes, wait, I'm gonna make you beautiful though. Wait, no. And you disappear off into the crowd as this man lost a potential customer. He weeps, for he knows he will never see a man as beautiful as Ryder ever again.
He just hasn't seen Liam yet.
This is very true.
No, Ryder's more beautiful.
As you begin to look down these alleyways, you don't see the figure that Georgiana described to you. Liam is still looking, but now that you move off to one of the alleyways, Liam can no longer track you with his sniper.
But as I started to head towards the alley, I'm gonna hit my little drone off my arm again, and I'm gonna tell Gigi to get eyes through my drone.
All right, I'll switch over to the drone eyes.
Okay. Was the drone on Mart or somebody else, or a new one? Sorry.
It's flying above me to get like a bird's eye view.
Okay.
Can I control the drone or just the eyes?
It's kind of like just follows me, kind of like autopilot.
All right.
Okay, sounds good. As it begins to look around, the crowds are just getting ever more and ever more, well, crowded. And it will cut to Nara real quick. If you could make me a notice roll. Alrighty. You were a little distracted, understandably. Let me give you a fate point for that, actually. While you were looking about and trying to focus on this data pad and this information, you're starting to find pieces here and there. They haven't connected just yet in a really weird, unsatisfying yet satisfying way that you know they'll be connected soon. So you're almost there.
I want to go faster.
And you kind of look around and you're like, where the hell am I? For a second. And as you realize that, someone grabs onto your shirt and kind of pulls you around a corner rapidly.
Huh?
You don't drop your data pad, but you're standing next to a rather large individual. They tower over you at least 2 heads.
I wish I had an example of the face that she would be making.
If it was similar to the noise you made, then I think I have an idea.
I can kind of picture it.
She's also like looking at them like, can't believe you're interrupting me.
Just more so anger that you were interrupted rather than...
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Holy shit.
What?
That was loud.
Oh. Music?
The music like popped on all of a sudden. It was like,
oh, did it?
Really loud.
Oh, weird. I turned it down.
No, I think. Well, mine never worked to begin with.
Oh.
So now mine's not. Now mine's not playing.
Really?
But it was playing. Yeah.
Huh. Okay. Noted.
Still playing for me.
Really weird. All right. I turned it down just a smidgen.
I was really vibing to that.
It was pretty dope. I'm sure if I touch something, it'll come back. Honestly, I'm sure if each of you, if you wanted to come back, you can poke it. I'm sure it'll come back. One of the global audios. I turned the global audio down for this one song. Anyway, so this individual that towers over you, at least 2, maybe 3 heads. They're as wide as a house, and they have a firm grip on the front of your shirt, looking down at you and just kind of smiling. And they go,
firm grip?
They have a firm grip on your shirt, yeah.
Like a dangerous grip?
It's not a friendly grip. Their face, their expression isn't angry. They just seem kind of
Are they amused?
Yeah, somewhat amused, and they're kind of smiling down at you. And they just say, "Hello."
What's up? What you doing? What you grabbing me for?
Yeah, just looking about. What you got there?
What do you think I have?
He actually reaches a hand out to grab your data pad.
I smack his hand away.
And the hand doesn't get smacked away. You kind of just like whap it really hard, and it makes a pretty fairly loud crack. And he kind of looks at it and then smiles. He's still holding onto your shirt, not quite as aggressively. He mostly used it just to kind of pull you around the corner. And now
what does he look like?
He has a very stony face, like a 5 o'clock shadow. His skin has a light blue hue to it.
Would Georgiana think he's attractive?
I was just about to say, would Georgiana like?
Would Georgiana like?
Does Georgiana like large, blocky men?
Is
Why
he
does it sound like
literally
Chadley?
a block?
Occasionally.
Or is he just angular?
He's incredibly angular. He is wearing what seems to be an old-timey suit that is somewhat updated to nowadays fashion. He doesn't... Well, you're not sure if he has hair or what's going on with his head exactly, but it's very flat-topped. And he has an incredibly square jaw. Most of his face is on the lower portion of his head. He has a very large forehead.
He sounds like a cartoon character.
More attractive.
Georgiana wouldn't like. I
Yeah.
take it back. I don't think she'd like him.
I don't know if Georgiana would like.
Fair enough. When he opens
So-
his mouth, he just opens
So
his
not
mouth and words
muscular
come
like
out.
Chadley, right?
So he's muscular, more stocky. Chadley looks more like the Adonis, as in like every muscle's like perfectly defined, like too much. The form it's maybe a little uncomfortable. This guy is just made of bricks, basically. He's just thick
Same.
from top to bottom.
So he's still holding me though, right?
Yeah.
Well, grabbing me, I guess. Holding me sounds a little too passive.
Yeah, it's a less passive, more you're not going anywhere.
Hold gently. No. All right, so he's grabbing me.
We have a safe
What?
word if you need it.
A what?
A safe word?
What's the safe word?
I don't know.
If
Just
we- look,
just
wait,
something to the
pause.
microphone.
Pause.
Kick him in his potential nuts is the safe word.
Hold a second here. If there was a safe word, this really should have been discussed beforehand. That's how it works.
All right, you're dead. There was a safe word, by the way. You missed it.
You can't just tell me in the middle.
Retcon. Just make one up.
Retcon, all right. It's bananas.
Bananas.
All right.
Okay.
I don't like bananas.
He disappears. My only weakness. Potassium.
So he's still there, right?
Yes, he is actually still here. He reconstituted himself. Bananas actually weren't his weak point.
I'm sorry.
Pineapples are. You fool.
Serious. I was like, where did he go?
No, he's still there. He's holding you by your shirt, and he's very interested in the little data pad you have there. He says,
Is he so okay, can you describe the way his hand is on me?
grab your own shirt pretty violently and just like
with
pull
a
on it.
fist?
Yeah, with a full fist.
Okay. Well, that's no problem. I know how to get out of that. So he's pretty interested in this thing, right?
Very much so, yes. And he
So
seems
I'm
amused
gonna
that you
hold
slap his
it-
hand away.
I'm gonna hold it away from him, and I'm gonna start peeling off his fingers. But like how strong is his grip?
Very.
I'm gonna try anyway.
Okay. I would say that's probably athletics. That'd make the most sense.
Okay.
All right. You attempt to peel his fingers off your shirt, but you're unable to do so. He has a very, very firm grip on you.
Can I kick him in the shin?
You may indeed kick him in the shin. What kind of shoes are you wearing?
Work boots.
Work boots. You kick him in the shin, and he doesn't really respond too much. He winces a little, and looks down, and then looks back to you. And he has to look way down to see your boots.
Right? I don't know this is happening.
No, you went off a different direction looking for someone that was following you.
I cup his hand
Okay.
over my chest. I'm like, all right, what's your name? I'd like to know your name.
That's not important right now.
Oh, it is very important right now, actually. If you want to see what's on this data pad,
I do
you should
very
tell
much
me
so.
who you are. Oh, ew.
Oh,
I don't like the way you said that.
Sorry about that. You should tell me where you found that, though.
I found what? The data.
He just kind of nods.
You're a weird one. I don't like you.
Just doing my job.
Can you go do it somewhere else?
Unfortunately, I have to do it here. Someone told me that there's a...
Someone?
Yep.
Who?
That's need to know, and you don't need to know.
I do need to know, actually, since this is my data pad, and you're holding my fabric on my chest.
He smiles and tightens his grip a bit, and you can kind of hear the leather kind of creak. And you can sort of hear him balling up his left fist. And he kind of stretches a little bit and goes, let's just make this quick. You tell me where you found that item, and I might let you go.
All right. While this is happening, so since, we've obviously retconned this safe word, let's just say, so have you ever seen those things where, they have those necklaces that you can, press a button on it or whatever, and they'll send you somebody your location?
Yeah.
So I'm going to do that, but it's connected directly to Georgiana. It's the banana button.
Okay. You press the banana button,
so
and
just
you're
GG, not I don't know either.
I might, I would send it to you too. Yeah.
okay.
I'm just saying because I'm on the ground. They're both.
Yeah. So
on the
would it
ship.
go to the whole crew basically?
Yeah. This
Okay.
is an emergency.
He doesn't really notice you press this banana button.
Well, yeah, because it's
Of course, it's hidden. But the rarely used banana button has been signaled. Georgiana and Ryder, you both hear it kind of go off, and it's never been used until now. Usually when
Turn
someone
around
is
and
actually in
start-
danger.
I'm gonna turn around and start heading back into the crowd, try to
and
find her.
I'm gonna try and stall. So he said, "Tell me where you found it."
Yes.
Well, interestingly enough,
I know where she is, though, right? Like my drone can see her.
Cannot see her, no, but you do believe you know where she is because you have her location.
Okay, so while she's doing that, I'm just gonna be headed towards her direction.
Yes, you are.
Anyway, I picked it up on a planet with some.
You say that Nikki kind of laughs and starts actually lifting you up against the wall, and your feet are no longer on the ground. He's just slowly lifting you.
I definitely, I am keeping that data pad out of his reach.
You're keeping it tight to yourself?
Yeah.
He's looking at it more than he's looking at you, and he goes, uh-huh.
Can you let me know when I get close to the
Yes.
building that she's at?
Definitely. I'll tell you the second you're within range. Are you doing anything specific, Georgiana, by the way? Are you kind of waiting and...
I'm immediately trying to locate her.
Okay. So you are assisting Ryder in finding her quicker? Yes?
I just had an idea.
What's your idea?
I want what Ryder has with his little things, but my lollipop version instead.
Meaning...
With
They
his little
look like-
drone,
Yeah.
I want to be
They
able to
look like
attack
a
from
lollipop.
afar.
Okay. Do you have a slot for a...
No idea.
Okay. We can work on that. I'm cool with that. I like it.
I mean, you are in the Kabuto. You do have the big gun.
You do have the big... You can't reach from here, but you do have big gun. You do indeed have big gun.
Yeah, that's the thing. If she's too far, I wouldn't be able to reach.
Yeah, there's a couple of buildings
AKA, I
in the
would
way.
send my little drone.
You just disappeared.
Mecha.
I get into these moods where I just can't focus on anything else. Why would you just leave me here?
No,
I can't believe you would do this to me.
No, that's exactly why I'm panicking.
The 1 second I'm alone.
Wow.
Anyway, so he's got me against the wall, right?
Yeah.
Or I'm just like, this is, actually, I know that we're talking about this data pad right now, but you're really strong. Are you made of metal or something? This is really very interesting.
He's staring intently at the pad, and he goes,
I'm moving it around so that I'm just
alleyway
moving
right
it
now?
around.
his head's just following it.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to get him to do.
And you were telling him where you found it from?
Yeah.
You're trying to distract him.
Planet with some. There was a race going on. I don't know if that means anything to you, but there's places with some races, car races, probably other alien races too. I wasn't really focused on that. I'm just kind of, spirit of opportunity, really. Yeah, it is what it is.
As you're saying this, he is very much paying attention to the data pad. His eyes flit to you every once in a while, and they look very stony and just kind of glazed over in a weird way. The whites of his eyes are more gray than anything else.
So does he look more metal or more stone?
More stone, if anything, but I wouldn't say
Kinda
he's
like a
made of stone.
golem?
Kind of like a golem, yeah. But he's not. You're not sure if he's actually is a golem. When you kicked him, he didn't feel like. He didn't feel. I mean, he felt hard when you kicked him. It felt like probably muscle, you would assume. But you did kick him in the shin area. So, yeah.
What kind of person doesn't flinch when they get kicked in the shin? I'm saying this aloud, by the way.
He's a monster. he just kind of goes like.
When I get close to her, I want to grapple onto the building adjacent to her if she's in an alley.
Okay. You're getting closer and closer, and your flying bot has actually gotten there before you, and you're maybe at most a minute away, and it has eyes on this really large figure in a suit that's just holding Nara up against a wall, and he's kind of like rising a fist just slowly as you're answering this question, Nara, and he says, "If you could just give me that little pad there, I won't have to pop your head."
Whoa.
How about, wait, I got this. Why don't we play rock, paper, scissors for it? You know, rock, paper, scissors, no? Don't worry about it. I can teach you. We can do it right now. It's fine. You've got your fist right there, and that is definitely rock.
Before you finish the sentence, he punches the wall next to you, and his fist goes clear through the wall.
Ooh.
And then he kind of just like slowly pulls his hand away, and then puts it down.
Can I see that on Ryder's little bot?
You very much do. The bot is within about 10 feet or so, Ryder, and now you are like 20 seconds away.
Ooh, technically paper beats rock, but I don't have any paper right now, and I think that it would be only fair.
Is his fist still in the wall?
No, he pulled it out.
Oh, okay, so hang on.
Yeah.
I don't yet have my little idea, right?
You haven't gone to a shop just yet.
Okay, I don't have it yet, so
Yeah.
I'm going to immediately, as soon as I see that punch in the wall, I'm going to jump into my mech and race over.
All right, you go to jump into your mech, but before you can leave the dock, a light wall stops your mech from going past, and you just bounce off it and land. But you don't land on the ground. Another ship kind of scoops up and lands under you to prevent you from smashing all the people, and you hear like screaming, and people are like freaking out, and some alarms start going off.
My friend's in danger! Let me by!
Please remain calm. Please remain calm.
All right.
What?
I said I'm in distance now, right? Because you said I'm a minute.
You whip around the corner, and then suddenly you actually see with your eyes, not through your little bot, this large figure holding Nara, and then you hear an alarm going off in the background, and just the repeated phrase of "Please remain calm."
I'm taking my pistol out with the silencer on, and I'm shooting him in the head.
Okay, roll shoot. All right, you begin to shoot
Since
away.
I'm distracting him. Can it be a help?
He doesn't even know you're there, so it'll just be an automatic hit. As he's sort of sitting there, your bullets just kind of like, and they hit him against the side. And you hear them as he kind of like shudders a bit, Nara. But he's still holding you, and he kind of turns to look at you now, running at him, Ryder, and says, "Is that your friend?"
Are you asking me a question?
Yeah, he's asking you.
Yeah, of course it's my. No. What? I don't know how I should answer this. Can you give me a hint?
He's kind of like, and he slowly goes to clamp his hand around your head.
I don't like this.
And still holding me, kind of just turns to Ryder and says, "I wouldn't recommend doing that again."
How close am I?
You're like 5 feet from him.
I'm gonna take my sword out and try chopping his hand off, so he doesn't.
His hand is
I'm not
touching
holding
her
her.
head. That is really close.
And I'm very good with my blade.
Okay, I'm just throwing it out there. You are dangerously cheesy. I'll put it that way. All right, so you're gonna rush in and attempt to chop.
Yeah, chop his hand so she can get dropped.
Okay, you're still holding on to the data pad, right, Nara?
What if I throw the data pad?
I was just about to suggest, Nara, throw it.
Up to you.
What if I throw it to you, Ryder?
No, I'm leaping and slicing.
Okay, well, if somebody else was there, I would throw it.
So there's no one else here currently. As technically Georgiana got arrested in a way,
Damn it.
and Aldris is
How big is the bot? How
having
big
a good
is
time.
his bot?
Sorry, what?
How big is Ryder's bot? That thing that does that.
My drone?
Oh, the
Yeah.
little drone. It's like the size of like a grapefruit, right?
Yeah, he's not that big.
Yeah.
I don't want to get rid of the data pad, but I also don't want to die.
I'm yelling at you to toss it.
Are you?
Yes.
Question. So the data pad he's looking for is the one that you found from the Hoosier Daddy. You wouldn't be using that to look up data. Is this your data pad or that data pad?
Oh, it's my data pad.
Okay.
Oh, he thinks it's not.
He has no idea. He's looking for the one that you got from the race.
Oh, shit.
Oh, the race.
Oh, wait, I forgot. I'm a little stressed right now. What can I say? I'm just gonna. I'm gonna chuck it then.
Okay.
As hard as I can.
All right,
Wait, no. I'm gonna be like, you see this? And then I'm gonna hold it up.
Okay.
So that it's on, that his eyes are on it again.
Okay. Ryder's drawing his blade.
And I'm like, I got it right here. And then I
moving
throw
in.
it.
I'm jumping.
He's jumping. Okay. He's like slowly letting go of your head to grab at it, and you're gonna throw it.
Yeah, I'm gonna chuck it as hard as I can.
Okay. You can roll athletics or shoot. Your choice.
I have a 0 shoot, so I'll try athletics.
Okay. Ooh, all right, spicy. He goes to kind of snap at it and grab it out of the air, but it's unable to do so. Ryder, you swing out and you strike against this being's wrist. Actually, fortunately, it has now moved away from Nara's head, so you get a free swipe at it. But your blade, what is your blade made of, by the way?
Fate point.
Sorry, what?
Fate point. Give me boost.
What?
I got a 4. He got a 5. I want two.
Okay, what's your blade made of?
Oh, laser.
Laser sword. Okay. So you swing out, and then additionally, you were going to bounce right off. But instead, you do strike, and he kind of looks like, "What are you doing?" And then you hit, and he kind of looks like, "Stop bothering." But you actually make purchase, and you cut into whatever the hell he's made of, and he kind of notices it, and his really placid kind of bored face, there's a flash of like shock and anger instantly, and it's really I guess, excuse the term, alien, incredibly strange looking, sort of uncomfortable, almost in a sense of someone's trying to create an expression on the fly and doesn't really know how to do it. So his face is a jumbled mess of just confusion and anger. For a split second, Ryder,
So embarrassing for him.
You see this up close, and he's like slowly lowering your body, and as you're kind of coming toward him with your slash, your blade gets stuck for just a moment, and as it notches free, he actually swings Nara's body and hits you in the chest with her, and neither of you take any damage, but he kind of knocks you back. You're fine, but he basically pushes you away using her body.
I just want to be clear that except for the data pad that's the big secret data pad, all my info auto makes auto backups.
Oh, of course, yeah. And
I'm
on
not
that
worried
note,
about losing it.
you actually notice he didn't swing you like a weapon, Nara. He kind of like almost the way you like swing a flyaway, like go away. He kind of swung
like a swat.
Yeah, but like a gentle swat, almost like he was like moving Ryder, almost like you're opening a curtain, like move. So neither of you were hurt from that.
Your data pad has a lot of sensitive info on it, though, right?
Yes,
it does,
very much so.
But I can also auto destruct.
I was just gonna ask that.
He almost daintily puts you down, Nara, and he kind of just like plops you on the ground and then turns, and he goes to begin to move towards.
Is my mild and moderate consequences gone since it has a minus on it?
They will be gone soon, basically after this session. The mild one will be gone after the session. The moderate one will be gone after the next session.
While he's going after that, though, so I have now fallen down from Ryder, right?
So he put you daintily back down onto your feet. You're fine. You're just standing. Your shirt's a little rumpled, but that's it.
Well, I want to. Oh man, I don't want him to actually get that data pad either, though.
While you're thinking about this, Ryder still has his weapon drawn, and as you're kind of regaining your balance, Ryder, someone comes up to your right and says, "Blobblestop for sale. Good for your skin." And he kind of walks up to you. What?
Kicking him in the face.
You kick him in the face? Roll fight. Like you go to do a spin kick, and he kind of ducks under, and then as your leg flies over his head, he kind of pokes you with the worm and says, "Blobblestop, don't kick it." it's for beauty, not for pain. And then he kind of like scoots back a little and kind of gives you a saucy look of like, do you not want my blowable schnob?
Sir, you do not need to be here right now.
You sure about that? I smell a sale.
Lord.
I'll buy it.
You'll buy it. Wonderful, wonderful. Your skin will look absolutely fantastic as he sees the large individual kind of
do I
walking
notice
down.
anything weird about where the liquid got on my jacket?
It's behind you, so no. Some of it got on your leg though, and now you're looking at your pants. It actually burned through the fabric.
Nara, don't put that on your face.
I'm not gonna. I'm trying to make some space here.
Nara, go ahead and roll me athletics.
Ooh.
All right. Holy shit.
No! Is he gonna put it on my face?
He's going to shoot you with his worm.
Oh, okay.
Oh no.
He cocks through him like a gun.
Oh god.
I don't like this. I take it back. I have a fate point. Let me use it.
Okay, you can reroll.
How do I re-roll from the fate point?
From the this game is working. Any? That's annoying. Okay, I'm sad now. Just reroll athletics.
Oh no.
Cool. Okay. Unfortunately, this thing essentially shoots a globule of acid at you, Nara. It'll do three
I didn't want it.
3 ticks of damage. Doesn't hit you in the face, but it does somewhat burn your arm. So it's only 3 shifts of damage.
Physical stress.
Physical stress, correct. I mean, this could be mental stress in a way, but
is he an actual like vendor?
he was dressed like a vendor.
I say this was really great. What's the name of your business? Because I'm gonna destroy it from the ground up.
Oh, sassy one, aren't you? No difference.
Don't say that. I just want to know. I'm just saying why I want his name.
Yeah. She said the first part, not the second part.
Oh, of
Yeah,
course,
that
of course.
was
But you know the name of our business, Nara. I don't think I need to tell it to you again. And
Can I shoot worm
How does
guy?
he know her name?
you're shooting who?
Can I shoot worm
Why
guy?
does he know my name?
Go for shoot. Yeah,
How does he know her name?
that's a good question.
Like, sir, why do you know my name?
All right. You go to shoot him, and while he's focused his worm on Nara, he goes cocking hand to fire. This poor worm. And you shoot him in the chest, and he kind of like, rah, and then falls back. And the worm kind of like, bleh, like pukes on his arm, but he's like rubbing the spot on his chest. You notice he's actually wearing armor under his like garb. And he's kind of rubbing it like, shit. And he's now looking to you, Mr. Ryder. But as he does, you can hear the large lumbering brute in the background. He picks up the data pad very, very carefully between his 2 massive fingers, and he kind of waves in the air and says, I got it.
I'm gonna yell at him. Drop it!
No. We can go now. And he just turns around and starts walking away.
Does the other guy go with him?
Is he not phased at all? Like, I've already shot him and sliced him.
He's perturbed, but not that phase. No, he does indeed begin to walk away, and the worm man kind of cocks his worm again and gives you both a look of like, ugh, and then just runs around the corner real quick and tries to meld back into the crowd.
Is that guy still trying to attack the other one?
I'm running after big guy.
Big guy's walking away with your data pad.
I know. I want to. Is that other guy still trying to sell me stuff though?
The worm guy
He's
left.
not trying to sell you. He was trying to kill you.
He was trying to kill you.
He's
yeah.
dipping out. So Nara,
Okay,
we
that's
need to
fair,
go.
but I want to. I'll follow you, but I need to get rid of what's on that data pad.
No, I know. I'm saying we need to go get the big guy so we can get your data peg back.
Okay, then yes. Let's. Well, no. So I can destroy what's on the data pad. Remote.
Don't worry about that. I don't care about the worm guy. He's easy to kill. Let's worry about this big guy and getting your data pad instead of blowing it up.
Okay, all right. Whatever you think is best, Captain Buckaroo. We can do that.
He's walking slow, right?
He started off slow, but his momentous form is gaining him momentum, and he's slowly moving faster and faster as he's kind of lumbering down these back alleyways. You can hear him,
Chuck a
but you
goo
can't see him
grenade at
anymore.
his feet, so it stops him in place.
You do what?
I chuck a goo grenade at his feet to stop him in place.
Okay, go ahead and roll me shoot.
Fuck.
Okay. You go to fire, and sorry, what?
I said, oh man.
Oh man. Your goo, unfortunately, we're not having a very gooey day today. It just barely misses, and the grenade goes off just behind him, and it scatters some errant boxes and trash and such. And there's this gooey mess off to the side. You guys can easily walk around it, but he kind of looks and goes, "Oh, it's not very nice," and then just keeps moving on ahead, slowly growing faster and faster.
Hey,
Stop him! To shoot you!
A somewhat frantic message to Georgiana, who I suspect at this point has been detained, and that would be the only reason why she wouldn't be here.
Georgiana, we do indeed cut back to you, and someone's like, just going off. I'm like, you're not allowed to bring your mech here. Like, no weapons are allowed on the premises. Some weapons are allowed, but nothing this large. You've been here before. I believe we've told you this before too, haven't we? And
My friend is getting robbed right now as we speak.
Everyone's getting robbed as we speak. That's just life.
Oh, you're just gonna let it happen?
I'm here to stop the person that's doing the thing that you're doing right now, which is trying to bring a mech into the facility of the marketplace, which you're not allowed to do, and you know that.
Fine, I'll stop. Just let me go get her then.
Well, first we need to sign all these papers. You're... So that was like 5 minutes ago. You're mostly done signing these papers, so we cut back to you guys chasing tall guys. We cut back to Georgiana, and you were probably just like, ugh, as he flips to the final one. You don't know why he's using paper, but he signs his name and turns it to you and says, Miss Georgiana, if you could sign here, please. We'll be all wrapped up here.
I'll scribble my name real quick.
He's mostly okay with it. He goes, acceptable, you may re-enter. And a lot of people are looking at you like, seriously? Because you actually kind of locked down the dock area.
Try shooting the big guy's legs.
You begin to fire off, but he is so far ahead that he's turned a corner. You guys then turn a corner again, and now you have an open shot. So go ahead and roll a shooty. All right. This will indeed gain you a boost. So that means the next time you can add a +2 or reroll to something. You don't hit. You just barely miss as the lasers kind of go between his legs. And you can see you're still shooting at him, and he kind of waves one hand and says, "Please stop shooting at me. I'm only doing my job."
Can I use my aspect?
You want another fate point to add 2 to that?
Yeah.
Or what? Yes, you can definitely do that. All right. Instead of missing, you strike him. And these are all to do damage, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So you do strike him with a little more stress, but he doesn't entirely ignore it. His legs get tripped up for just a moment, and his momentum pauses, but he kind of like readies himself and bounces off one of the walls. He kind of like sinks his hands into the stone around him, and then rights himself, and just not turning around, just continues running forward.
Nara, you have a gun, don't you?
I have these guns, and I pull up my sleeve,
Oh,
and
Lord.
it's just my bicep. Sorry, it's not really my thing. You already know that. I'm sure I can do something though. I must have some.
Don't you have like a bomb or something where you can check
Yeah,
out?
yeah. I can MacGyver something. I
Like
guess
a
I could
Molotov
have.
cocktail?
In 2 seconds?
Yeah. I'm incredibly resourceful. It doesn't take a lot to create a bomb.
Ion space drugs.
Aldris. If only I were you.
On the note, on the note of you being on space drugs, while Miss Gigi's being arrested, Liam actually jumps down into the Kabuto, and he kind of shakes you, Aldris, and you just see multiple bird heads just like floating around him in a spiral, and you just hear like just all these voices all at once, and they eventually solidify into the center face of Liam. He says, "Aldris, wake up!"
That wasn't what happened. There's a bunch of me everywhere.
There's a lot of things going on right now. Your friends need your help. I'm trying to hold back up here, and, well, I'm not really the best on the field. They're being followed and attacked and chased by someone.
Well, that's a problem.
And that is a problem. Are you awake?
Yeah, maybe.
Well, when you're more so awake, we could definitely use your help right now.
All right, let's go.
You're slightly out of it, but you're mostly yourself now, Aldris.
Were the drugs supposed to last that short term?
It depends. You're not entirely sure. As you actually run out of the Capito, you see Martyr just standing there with his boxes, sort of waiting, and he gives you a wave, Aldris, as you run past. And then Liam kind of pulls up and starts talking to him to convince him to stay here. We're almost done. They're just doing some quick shopping. And you have the location of where they are running. You are freed with Georgiana. So the two of you are welcome to Scooty Booty.
Who, me?
Yeah, or
Yes.
Georgiana and Aldris. What do the two of you do?
I actually want to go up high.
Okay.
All right, I carry her. We fly.
Ooh.
I
Find somewhere out of view of the popo, please.
Okay.
All right, the two of you fly up, and the same officer almost goes like, "No jetpacks, you're just flying." Okay. We should invent a law for that one too. And he starts jotting something down as the
He's on my list.
as the two of you begin to travel upwards. You guys get a pretty decent aerial view of what's going on. And looking down, you see a large lumbering figure just kind of running up the alleyway, and riders firing after him, and Nara's attempting to potentially make a bomb or something.
Yeah, it's some sort of projectile
Okay.
to throw at him.
Okay. Are you trying to stop him, slow him, or what's your goal?
To slow him down so that we can get the data pad. I guess stop him if possible, but clearly he's a beast.
He is a rather large boy. This is indeed a fact. All right, you may, while Ryder is recharging for the next shot, you may do as you will. If this is something that you're crafting and then throwing, I'd say roll craft to make it, and then roll shoot to throw it, or rocket it off. Do you see?
And my
And then
shoot.
and then your zero shoot to get it there, because he is quite far away as of current. All right, his momentum is just carrying him forward. Holy crap! I am
Jeez.
rolling very well and just running away. He gets further and further as what kind of bomb was this, by the way?
Shrapnel.
Shrapnel. Unfortunately, it goes off a little sooner than you were expecting, and doesn't damage either of you, but it does slow both of you down. And as you're halted for a moment, Georgiana and Aldris, you see a figure clambering up onto the roof of a nearby building, just up ahead of Ryder and Nara.
It's the worm guy.
Not wormy boy.
It might just
was
be.
Is
Once-
he wearing like an aura of maliciousness around him?
You smell some maliciousness, and you see him cocking a small worm.
Oh my. I will whip out my it's a glove, right? My special glove.
Power glove.
And pop in a marshmallow pop.
Okay.
And sticky him.
Okay. Roll shooty for sticky.
Just a question. When I shot his leg, like, what happened to his skin? Like, did he take damage, or?
So when it struck, it looked like it took a chunk out of the suit he was wearing, definitely. But there was no blood. Nara's guess at a golem might be somewhat accurate, but it might just be the race of this guy. His flesh didn't bounce off or absorb. There was no spark or anything. It just kind of hit something very, very, very hard. He's incredibly hardy.
When I see that the thing is not slowing him down, I'm gonna start trying to hack into my. Well, I guess not hacking into it. I already know how to get into my own data pad.
Yeah.
From the remote, and I'm gonna try and just destroy it.
Okay. You begin that
Nara,
process.
do you have a thing on your data pad that can shock him?
I think that's just a regular data pad. I mean, maybe I do.
I'd be willing to bet you probably booby trapped the shit out of
I
it.
do love booby trap. Well, I think that if somebody that wasn't me would try to get into it, it would probably just self-destruct anyway.
Because if you can shock him, that might stop him for a little bit so we can catch up.
Yeah, I mean, I could probably finagle that.
Yeah, roll me Burgle to see how effective it is.
Do we want to? Because he looks a little too tough, maybe.
No one's too
late.
tough for us.
Okay. It takes you a second, but this is indeed your data pad. But first, you guys hear this like wet sloshing sound, and this just like, and looking up just ahead, there's a building right ahead of you guys where you saw a figure who's currently just covered in white sticky goo, and he's holding a worm in one hand, and his other arm is like cocked this really awkward angle, and he's just like, and he's trying to like scrape it off of him. And for now, Georgiana, you've basically gooed this guy to the building.
Nice.
And you,
I caught the worm guy.
Nice. Now we need to get the big dude.
all right, and Ryder and Nara, you both run by as Nara, you are slowly slowly getting ready to shock this fool, basically. Aldris, what are you doing besides carrying Georgiana?
So I can see the big boy that they're chasing.
Yes.
Can I just like put a wall in front of him? Just an
go for
earth
it.
wall?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Roll for Earth Wall.
Make it.
I don't know how much that's gonna stop him, but
Make it fat.
a fat earth wall. Real thick.
Roll for thick Earth Wall. All right, this is a
That
pretty
thick.
Earth Wall. As it is erected in front of him, he kind of just like barrels down and gets ready just to like headbutt through it.
Ooh.
And while he does break through, it substantially slows him down. He just kind of like, and he almost entirely stops for a second, and then just kind of like pushes, and you guys can hear it just cracking and crumbling, and then it falls over. He's still a good chunk ahead of you guys, but he just keeps
Can I shoot at him again?
And yes, you can definitely shoot at him again. All right, excellent. This time you do strike him, and he slows down a little more before quickly taking a 90-degree turn around another corner. And by the time
does this guy have? Holy shit!
he's a tanky lad. As you guys quickly turn the corner, you can see him still kind of running. You can see he's a little labored. And as that happens, Nara, you finally get your breakthrough, and you can kind of hear him go like, "Arr!" as he's trying to resist, and he's being slowed a bit by this, but he's still kind of running, and you can see some jolts coming off. Georgiana and Aldris, what y'all doing?
Can I shoot some more sticky at that one?
You shoot the stick. Ooh. Cammy's one of me points. Alrighty, you fire your sticky. Do you want to? You do indeed have your own fate points. If you wish to jack it up to a 6.
You want to fight fate with fate, huh?
We're fighting fate with fate, are we?
All right, I'll fight fate with fate.
We are indeed doing that. Alrighty. You adjust. Oops. Sorry, I did for you. There you go. You slightly adjust your aim ever to the left, and the wind carries it. And while it doesn't completely stop him, you've weighed him down a bit, and he is now sticky. Aldris, what you doing, my friend?
Kind of just want to make more and more walls. Just keep making walls.
Roll for wall.
Is this gonna get us arrested again?
Probably.
If you get caught.
We won't.
Aldris, don't wear yourself out.
It's fine.
That is
Good.
that is a wall. Let me try
That's a
again.
thick wall.
Okay.
I'll use a fate point on mine.
All right. So you're now up to 8. He bounces against this wall, and he would have broken through it, but unfortunately he has sticky stuff all over him. He's being shocked. This is just a lot going on, so he puts down the data pad very daintily. As you guys turn the corner again, you can see him kind of like bending over to put it down, and he just like slowly pulls his fist back, and then with a single punch, the wall just explodes. But by this point, you guys are actually relatively close, like 5 feet from him.
Captain, are we planning on killing him or catching him? 'Cause I don't think we can contain him.
We need to we just need to take him out.
I need to get that data pad.
We need that data
it's between
pad
his
at
legs on the
all
ground.
costs. Either
I got
he's
it.
knocked out or dead. I don't care.
He said it's Where did you say it was?
It's between his legs on the ground. You guys are like 5 feet away. You're 10 feet away.
I'm gonna dive for it.
All right, roll me athletics. Okay. We'll roll at that. As he's scraping the goo off him, you guys jump up behind him, and you're not sure if he hears you or not, but as you kind of slide between his legs very successfully, you nab the data pad, but he looks down and goes, hello again. And
I flip him off.
You flip him off as he goes to punch down at you. Reminder that with all these debuffs he has on him, the sticky and the shock, you can basically boost your dodge roll by 2 or by 4.
I'm gonna boost it by... Well, if I boost it by 4, I have no consequence, right?
If you boost it by 2, 0, 0 means just it bounces out completely, nothing happens, yeah.
Yeah, I'll do that then.
All right.
When that happens, can I like jump in and punch him with my taser fist?
Most definitely. So you slide in, you grab this data pad as he
Flip
goes
him
to punch
off.
down. As you're like flipping him off and jumping back, you kick off the wall to move yourself away from him, and some of the goose is stuck to his arm as he kind of like has to pull that off the wall now that he smashes the ground. His stone just goes hurtling, and you guys can begin to hear voices around you, and people have definitely are now alerted to what's going on here. Ryder, you are mid jump with your
my head.
with your metal fist. You're going to punch him in the back.
Yep.
All right, go ahead and ooh, spicy.
And I get a +2
Ooh,
+2 from what?
spicy.
from earlier.
From yes. Boost, correct. All right, you jump in, and this time when you strike him, you definitely hit something. His whole body just like, and he kind of like locks up for a moment, and he's like twitching as he goes, and you can tell he's kind of stunned for whatever you did. He's definitely stunned for a moment. As in, he's not going to respond by swinging at you. Nara, you have your data pad. Aldris and Georgiana, you guys are flying up ahead. What do y'all do next?
I'm scuttling away.
All right.
I'm gonna look at him and be like, "Don't follow us, punk!" And I'm gonna dip.
We're gonna run to meet Georgiana and Aldris, right?
Well, I mean, they're just up above us. They can fly down, but we need to get back to our ship.
How heavy is
They
the
should pick us up.
guy?
How heavy's what?
The worm guy?
How heavy is he?
Can we kidnap him?
He's about as heavy as a person.
So
A little heavier than you. A little heavier than you are.
So if I have Aldris drop me off somewhere, then he can go pick up the guy and bring him back to the ship.
Oh, God.
That's the plan. Let's do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Worm guy is currently plastered to a wall. By the time you turn back, Aldris, he's mostly gotten free. He's cocking his goo worm for like the 90th time. We don't know why he's doing it, but maybe the worm likes it. And what are you doing, Aldris?
I'm gonna re-goo him, but not to the wall, just like kind of like restraints, basically.
Okay. Roll your magie.
This poor man's getting gooed.
This poor man got like gooed to kingdom come. So after
It's
he
what he
gets
deserves.
free
Yeah.
of goo, I mean, live by the goo, you die by the goo.
So true.
So true, goo. He is free for but a moment, instantly to be re-gooed again, and he just like deflates. He doesn't even look at you.
I'm gonna
As you
take
get
his
away.
worm from him.
You take his worm from him, and the worm is just like, and something these weird noises. And what do you do with it?
Eat it?
Put it in a bag. I'm not eating the worm. What do you mean? That's disgusting.
You're a bird.
That's disgusting.
He has standards.
You're
Eat
nasty.
the bird. Eat
No.
the bird.
I'm just gonna pick him up after putting the worm in my bag, and we're going back to the ship.
Alrighty, excellent. As you guys are heading back, you can hear the large lumbering gentleman say, well, that's a problem. As you guys slowly get away, and he kind of reconstitutes himself, not fully, but just a wee bit. He is definitely not following you. And the goo man is, well, he's technically yours. And as you guys return back to the ship, you can see that Liam is speaking with your guys' other friend, Martyr. And
He's around Martyr and be like, "Oh, well, sorry about that, Martyr. We were a little busy in the marketplace."
Oh, yes. That took an extra longer second than I anticipated, but well, you
do
all seem to-
apologize. I'll make it extra special for you because you had to wait for us.
Oh, that would be appreciated. Liam helped me load all the product already.
You make me feel bad for this
On
guy.
the ship right now?
No, he literally almost tried to kill me.
We're on the ship, right?
Martyr did?
Yeah, absolutely. I blame him fully.
Daniel, we're on the ship,
All his
correct?
fault.
You guys are at the bottom of the. You guys are on the dock right now, so you're at the mouth of your ship, basically. You haven't entered just yet. Liam is talking to him, kind of holding his attention.
Okay, I'm gonna press a button on my band to make the Kabuto shoot him with the tasers.
Shoot who?
Martyr.
Keep in mind, you guys are out in the open.
Yeah, I would say invite him onto the ship.
Oh, okay.
And also
sorry, I didn't know
the
exactly where we
local
were.
authorities are on high alert because of a certain loud pink someone.
My bad.
Or you're good.
Have they put all the product on our ship yet?
Liam helped put all the product in the ship, yeah. So it's all ready to go.
Wow, my boost the best.
Okay. I'm gonna pretty much tell him like I have something to give him
Sure. No, I mean, he
for his extra time.
yeah, you guys are buying everything off of
I'm
him.
gonna invite him to come follow me.
He nods and goes, yeah, sure. I don't see why not. Anything for a good customer, right? And he follows up the ramp onto the Kabuto. Aldous, I assume you're entering last.
Probably.
Okay. Do you come up just behind Mr. Martyr?
Sure.
Okay. You probably sneak around the corner. He doesn't necessarily see you with this gooed up guy. And he's looking around and says, oh, this is a pretty nice ship you have here.
Oh, darn right! It's the best in the galaxy.
Oh, definitely.
You see, it has a really fancy trick. Let me show you real quick. Kabuto,
Yes, Ryder.
do the party trick.
Yes, that is the exact command. I love it.
Initiating party trick. As Martyr's looking around of like, what's up? Ow! And he just gets like shocked from the back of his neck and just kind of and then just like falls over and slumps on the ground.
I'm gonna drag him into the holding cell.
Okay. This holding cell's getting some good use.
About to get more good use.
Where are you putting Gooman, Aldris?
Do we have more than one holding cell?
Of course
Yeah, we
you do.
Definitely.
I put him in a different one and I go
All right.
up more.
He's
do
just
some reinforcements on that
Just-
holding cell.
Extra goo.
he's just looking at you
Lots
like,
of goo.
damn it, damn it, damn it.
And then I wanna shoot him with the worm a little bit.
Nice.
Just a little bit. Not a lot.
Business!
Explain to me how you use the worm, please.
I mean, I saw him
Cock the
try to
worm.
use the worm.
Okay, how do you do it?
I'm gonna cock the worm like a shotgun, I guess.
Yep.
I'm gonna pretend it's a shotgun and
Okay.
just assume it's gonna shoot.
All right.
Just
When you
squeeze it.
yeah, when you cock the worm, you can feel it kind of like engorged, like it's like loaded.
And then I'll squeeze it, I guess.
You squeeze it, and it just kind of like squirts out this acid, and only his face is exposed, right?
Probably. Everything
Okay.
else is goo.
You squirt him in the face with acid, and he's like, wait, and then you can just hear it like burning, but he's not as in pain as you think he should be. Let me describe this individual quick, since you guys have now captured him. He is actually quite worm-looking himself. Not necessarily like Jabba the Hutt, but similar to Jabba. He doesn't have a nose, just two slits. His eyes are very like sad-looking and kind of dripping down, and very.
Him with one of his progeny.
You have no idea.
Probably.
His skin is very. It's like a light purple with like flecks of green and blue throughout it, but it's not a bright purple. It's like a dull purple.
Discount Thanos.
In terms of color, sure.
Thanos is
And he has a
blocky.
He's. Oh no! This isn't the blocky guy. This is the worm guy with the worm.
Worm guy.
This is Worm
Okay.
Boy. Yeah.
Gotcha.
His mouth.
There are too many players. I don't like this anymore.
That's fair. It's fair. He's very Muppet-like with his mouth. as in his head kind of like could potentially pop like all the way open like a Muppet, but does not. He just kind of speaks in a normal way. The other individual, when he spoke, he didn't like his mouth didn't move like ours do. He just opened his mouth and words came out. This one weird. Is incredibly different from the other gentleman that you just captured. Minus the goo, you notice that this person that is captured in the goo, both marshmallow and whatever you shot him with, Aldris, he's very worm-like in the sense that he has like a sheen about him, and you can actually hear this acid burning through his exterior layer, and he winces a bit, as in he's definitely in pain, but it's not doing as much as it definitely should, from what you've seen at least.
Oh, that was disappointing.
He looks very disappointed in general.
And then I try to rip the worm in half. Just try and kill it.
Okay, you go to tear the worm in half, and it just like snap. It just tears. It is incredibly fleshy.
Ew.
Just like tearing. Tearing into a piece of raw meat. Basically, it
God.
chimes out and screams for but a second, and his look is just like no. And it just kind of gloops out in the ground. Its girthiness just like sort of deflates as whatever goo was built up in it just like seeps out. And you have these two like almost like popped balloons in each hand that are just made of flesh. And you can just drop them, I'm assuming.
I throw them in a trash chute.
Okay, throw them in a trash
Whatever
chute.
garbage we have.
And there's like acid and goop all over your hands. It burns a bit, but not enough to have any sustaining damage.
I'm gonna wake up Martyr that I tied it onto a chair in the room.
Okay. Martyr wakes as he looks about. Are all of you down here now?
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay.
Yeah.
I am checking Nara for injuries.
Both of them look a little scuffed. If anything, her shirt is a little stretched, but that's it. No injuries. He didn't damage your... in fact, Nara, he was very, very careful with your data pad. It isn't damaged at all. Not cracked or anything.
No, I know they wanted the data.
Clearly, the emergency word is not good enough.
We gotta get better at this. I didn't like that at all.
We need to rethink this rescue plan.
I didn't like that at all.
Wakey. Eggs
It's
and
okay.
bacon.
It's okay. Hug.
I hug her. And then I'm like, okay, but there was this other guy who threw acid at me, and he should definitely die. I think that you should kill him.
I caught him. Don't worry.
As you're saying that, Nara, and you guys descend the steps, you actually see he's already captured in the holding cell next to.
Oh my god.
How
Oh, this
convenient.
is so delicious. Just
I got
incredibly tasty. Oh my god. You are the love of my life, Georgiana, truly.
Wink.
I'm like, make him suffer. Wink.
My pleasure.
And then I walk away.
All right, he awakes to you, Ryder, as he kind of looks around. His eyes are hazy, kind of shakes his head a bit once or twice.
Eggs and bakey.
Looks to you and looks around the room and takes in his surroundings. Says, "Oh, where am I?"
You're in the holding cell. That's where you are.
Yeah. Why?
Well, you know, you
I
have
got
a
caught. No.
hearty bounty on your face.
Oh, you're bounty hunters.
Indeed.
Oh, is that better or worse?
Depends
Honestly, I'd
on
say worse.
the answers you give me.
He like slowly nods at that.
So as you know, being a bounty hunter, I could have killed you, just taken your head in, gotten some cash prize, and dipped. But you're alive, so I need you.
He nods slowly.
So I know you stole this candy, wink, from the cartel.
Yeah.
So I need to know, what were you planning on doing with all this?
Selling it.
And then what? You pissed off a huge cartel. There has to be something bigger than just selling some drugs.
No, I just wanted money.
And risk dying from the cartel?
I didn't know who I was stealing from. It was just a guy, and he was kind of annoying. And he was
I can't say I've
talking
never done that.
to someone else, and well, it looked like he was hiding something, so I kind of just fumbled my way back there, and then took it was like a little box worth. And it wasn't that much, and you guys have it all now. Then I took a little more. And then they found me, so oh god, my head. I ran.
Wow, you're kind of ballsy for a wimpy looking guy.
So you don't
thanks.
know at all who you stole from.
Oh.
Well, clearly they're dangerous enough to put a bounty on your head.
Unfortunately, yeah, I wasn't expecting that, but yeah. I'm trying to lay low, and well, that wasn't working clearly, so
out of game wise, there was totally other questions I was gonna ask him, but like I'm kind of blanking right now. I know we were gonna ask him stuff, but like
you got 4 brains.
We got 4 brains.
Put them
What
together.
was the questions we're gonna ask him? Or did you guys have any questions?
I'm not sure.
Because you guys said we should capture him to interrogate him, but
Well-
my brain's kind of blanky because he seems like he doesn't know diddly dick.
Well,
Yeah.
it was more turn him in alive, so then maybe we can get more money out of it.
Yeah.
You know, let other people do the torturing and the questioning.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who are we gonna turn him into, though?
My buddy that we got the bounty
Howdy
from.
McCormick!
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Oh, him? Okay.
Yeah.
So, Mr. Martyr,
He nods.
I'm gonna do you a flavor. I'm not gonna kill you,
That sounds good.
even though I do love me some collecting heads.
That makes me uncomfortable.
But since you're just kind of a dumb guy who stole some drugs from a ginormous cartel, I'll
Fair.
let you live, and then you might just have to deal with them eventually.
He just kind of his eyes take all that in at once. Doesn't seem very happy about it, but just kind of slowly nods.
So we're keeping your drugs, and we're turning you in.
Kind of understood that. Yeah, that's how bounties work.
Yep. Well, enjoy the ride. Shouldn't be too long.
He like slumps against one of the walls, just completely defeated.
Fastest ship in the galaxy and all that.
I'm gonna go into the next room where the worm guy is.
Okay.
Is
He looks very unhappy.
is Aldris in there?
I mean, I would have been with you guys while you were talking to that guy.
Yeah,
'cause I was
you-
already down here.
Yeah, you guys are all here.
Oh, I thought Aldris was in the other room while I was interrogating Homeboy.
No, we were with you.
Oh, okay. All right. Before we enter worm guy, I'm like, all right, Aldris, you're gonna play good cop. I'm gonna play bad cop. Are you ready?
I kind of already shot him with his own worm.
Well, okay.
I don't know
Regardless.
if good cop works for me at that point.
All right, I'm gonna play bad cop. You play bad. I'm gonna play
playing-
bad cop. You play bad cop.
Chaotic
Okay.
evil cop, Jesus. Give me your worm.
All right, here we go. I'm gonna open the door. I'm gonna walk in. I'm just gonna walk straight up to him, just slap the shit out of him. Like, who are you working for?
He looks incredibly shocked at that. He might have been meditating or sleeping before that. He's completely like gooed, so all that's exposed is his head right now. And what is he gooed in exactly? Is it like hard or is it still gooey? Aldris.
It would
Slapped him with my-
probably be hard after a while.
I slapped him with my human hand, by the way.
Yeah. Okay. And you slapped his wet, sticky, wormy face, and there's definitely some residue left on your skin. It made a really satisfying slap sound. Like his whole head jiggled. It was pretty satisfying, actually. You weren't expecting that.
Disgusting.
Gross, but weirdly satisfying.
Wonderful.
And he doesn't answer. He's just staring at you.
Listen, we can play it the easy way, or the hard way, or the worst way. It's all up to you, Mr. Weird Worm Man.
What's the worst way?
We feed you to the
To
Kabuto.
me.
Just a look of confusion of like, I don't know what that means. What? To you and the cop.
Just imagine the worst death imaginable.
I'll eat you
He
alive, worm man.
doesn't look too impressed at the worst death imaginable, but he's not really sure what's going on with Aldris. He's somewhat confused and scared, but like not
Why were
scared.
you
Scared, just
guys
like, what is wrong with this
following
guy?
us?
It was business.
Well, I pictured that. Why? Who paid you to follow us?
No one paid me. It's my job. It's just what I do. You have something that belongs to us. It was our job to get it back.
And who do you work for?
He doesn't say anything, but he looks to Nara, then he looks back to you.
Next to me.
What exactly is on this thing you're looking for?
You did say your name earlier.
Yeah, I know, but wait.
Probably the people that you used to work for.
Does he look familiar?
Vaguely?
I ask him who he is.
He just smiles. If you want, you can roll your... Shit, what is it? Your resources, Jesus. Networking. Networking,
Right,
networking to kind of like look into your past and such.
You should be able to cross-reference his face, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
But this is primarily with your pad. We'll add a +2 to that because you're looking for an individual. And it takes you but a moment. But you do recognize him. He's a snatcher from where you used to work.
You piece of shit.
Snatcher.
You came for me.
He reacquisises items that were taken from the company.
Ooh. Ooh.
Listen, it's not our fault. Your company lost it. We found it. As the saying goes, finders keepers, losers weepers.
Are you gonna weep yet?
His name
You
is
should.
Patilesen.
I don't. You know, truthfully, Captain, I think we should just off him. Personally.
Oh, we'll get there, Nara. We'll get there. Just calm yourself.
He's just sort of
Okay,
nodding along.
So you're coming here to pick up a thing that you think we've stolen,
He nods.
and you threw acid at me
And
because
me.
you my captain because you think we stole it.
You do have it, do you not?
Listen, falafel.
Well, regardless,
Falafel?
Do you know who you're dealing with? Is my question.
The smile that dances across his face gives you pause. It's both diabolical and teeming with joy in a strange way. And he says, I do believe I can ask you the same thing.
while this is happening, I want to run a scan on him to make sure he's not doesn't have a tracker on him or anything.
Maybe he's not pregnant with lots of other little baby worms.
Ew.
Listen, my worm man.
Is he breeding? Is that what? Does he have egg worms?
Regardless if we have said device that you're looking for or not, you picked the wrong
Whatever that may
crew
be.
to mess with. First off, you got captured. You're stupid. Second off, Big Boy couldn't do anything because he sucks and he's slow. So, you're kind of in a predicament.
I am. But so are you.
No predicament. We're good. We're doing great, actually.
As of current,
Personally?
yes.
I mean,
Really?
where we're sitting pretty right now.
How about? No, never mind.
While you're talking to him, you can see his eyes flitting about the room, but it's difficult to see what they're focusing on. Is Meek in the room?
I'm gonna slap him again.
I mean,
No.
probably.
We keep
Follows me everywhere.
Slap
No.
with the metal hand.
Would I say?
Meek should not be in there. I would
Would
not
you-
let Meek in there.
Would you purposely be keeping Meek out of the room, Aldris?
I mean, I wouldn't care. I wouldn't let him in a cell with someone, but
Right. You guys are a safe distance away. Would you
I
want to
don't
keep him out, Nara?
Yeah,
I mean, if someone else has a problem with it.
Because if Meek
No
was
animals in the
clearly-
interrogation room.
No animals in the interrogation room. We have a little sign outside at Meek's eye level. We know he can read. No, I would keep him out because that was something that we were supposed to have turned in and didn't. So,
I'm gonna slap him with my metal hand and be like, "Eyes right here, bud."
They jolt back to you, and he's just waiting. And he goes,
I just had something and then my brain just like, sorry.
What is a brain?
English? I know. What do you call it?
His eyes flit between each of you. He's definitely lingering on one or two of you for a second longer than he should be.
who's he lingering on?
If someone wants to roll notice to see who that person is.
Me, because I'm scanning him.
This is true.
Damn it.
Roll again because you're so close.
I'm in front of him, so I'm gonna roll as well.
Yeah.
Well,
not the bad dude. All right. As you guys are gazing upon him, you can tell that Nara, while he's kind of looked you up and down to confirm that you are who he thinks you are, his eyes linger on Aldris for a painful second longer than they should as he looks to each of you.
How far is Aldris from me?
he's scared of him because he's a bird, and birds eat worms.
We're playing bad cop, so I'm probably pretty close to the dude.
Yeah.
You're
not sure if it's because he ripped his worm in half or something else. Or
Listen
I
here,
am
worm
going,
boy.
I'm going around his head this whole time, by the way. Just more
Okay.
of you.
Okay.
Listen
it's
here,
very hard for
worm
him to
boy.
move.
You see this bird, man? He's gonna pick you apart, piece by piece. He eats chumps like you for breakfast.
I'm sure he will.
You seem perfectly fine with dying.
Oh, I'm dead regardless. I've been captured. As you said, I screwed up, so I'm dead.
The pooch.
Yes, the pooch has been screwed by yours truly.
You screwed it?
I screwed that pooch real bad, and now I'm dead.
Also, I don't appreciate you trying to put acid on my face.
I apologize.
No,
I burned
you
your
don't.
I burned the back of your jacket, by the way. You might want to fix that.
I'll fix whatever. You shut up. You be quiet.
He's smiling.
Shut up, we don't like you.
How big are his eyeballs?
They're really small, but they're very wide. They're like two long cracks that are kind of going downward at a 30-degree angle, just slitting along almost the side of his face.
Has my scan come up with anything? Do we think that he's
What precisely are you looking for?
I am looking to see if he has any kind of like tracker on him or embedded or
He definitely has a tracker on
anything.
him, but that's normal with these people.
Right, but I want to be able to see if it's transmitting and whether or not I can stop it.
I would say
that's what I was gonna-
traditionally in the room, in these rooms of the Kabuto, there is a damper that would prevent anything from coming out. So whoever's tracking probably knows he's on the a ship, maybe even this ship, but they don't know where you guys are currently at.
That's what I was gonna ask him. I was gonna be like, what do you call it? What does your employer want with the device?
We just want the information back. It's dangerous in the wrong hands. It is lethal in yours.
Well, maybe you guys shouldn't have lost it in the first place.
I agree.
So maybe it's better in our hands than in your hands.
Oh no, you don't want it. This isn't something that you benefit from, is what I'm trying to say. Only death awaits you. The information on there will not... Well, you can possibly sell it. But all the same, I can't guarantee anyone would know what to do with it. He licks his lips and his tongue is fat and wet.
Ew.
I'm gonna do a pointer finger with my metal hand, and I'm gonna jab him in the eyeball.
Like hard?
Yes.
He tries to like reel back from it and he's like, and he's just like clearly in pain. And then after that's done, he's kind of like, just like his eye is like, he's just twitching.
I don't know, Nara. Is there anything else you need from him?
Yeah. the knowledge that he will not succeed in whatever he is doing here.
Did you say that out loud?
I want... No, I guess I don't need anything from him. It's fine.
Okay, I pulled the gun out, just shoot him in the head.
I would say, before you do that, I'll just Georgiana, want to ask him any questions? This is a somewhat rare specimen you've captured.
What?
Before he gets killed, I said this is a somewhat rare specimen you've captured. Do you want to ask him anything?
You want me to ask him about his species?
No, I mean, the person is... You caught someone that's directly involved in the company. Do you wish to say anything before he gets shot?
Shot.
I do kind of want to know how they lost it, if it's that valuable.
Any more welcome to ask questions?
I ask that.
Okay. He waits a moment and kind of thinking and says, honestly, I'm not entirely sure. I probably believe it was stolen. Maybe someone, a dissenter. And he looks to Nara. Someone like her. Apparently we've had a few issues with the company lately. And his eyes kind of flit. Well, his other one's like still twitching. It flits around the ship. You can almost kind of tell he's looking at it in the sense of like, okay, so this is what that engine does. Why? Sort of kind of confused, just like he has a very confused look about himself. Like how? Very much how is written on his face.
As in how the engine works the way it does?
Not entirely sure. He just seems kind of impressed in a way.
I don't like the way he's looking at me. Georgiana and him.
What?
I'm pretty sure there's probably something else I want to ask, but I'm blanking right now.
Aldris, how about yourself?
I want to ask about the weird gray aliens. I almost said green.
Well, ask
Okay.
away, because my gun's at his temple.
As you push the gun against him, he kind of winces, and then he looks to Aldris, and he doesn't say anything, but a smile kind of creeps across his face. And a very amused one.
It tells me absolutely nothing. Kill him.
No, it tells you he knows something.
I know.
I'm gonna punch him in the other eyeball.
Okay, you punch him in the other, and he kind of like, ah! And then it moves back and just kind of like screams again. Aldris, most people wouldn't respond or know about anything regarding this, and it's definitely attached to your past in some way. So I wouldn't say you would stop Ryder from what he's doing, but you might halt his hand for a moment, as you haven't normally gotten answers from a question like this before.
I mean, we could torture him for a little bit until I get my answer, but I still doubt he'll say anything.
How about a trade? You looked impressed with looking at this ship.
Less impressed, more... Well, sure. I'm guessing he nods to Nara. His eyes are both closed. He just kind of knows where she is.
Why?
I'm guessing
Why?
she fitted the engine to the ship. We weren't sure it would actually go or not. We assumed it would tear it to quantum pieces.
Listen, the Kabuto is the best ship ever, so that would never happen.
Oh, the ship is fine, but it's the engine that makes it run.
Oh, my ship was good before this engine, just got a little bit better.
It's not just an engine. I'm sure you know that.
Oh, I know that, but I'm just saying.
He smiles as yeah, and as he says that, he looks to Aldris and looks back to you guys.
Tell us about the aliens, and we can tell you how the ship works.
Are you going to kill me anyway?
Yep.
Why should I tell you?
You aren't curious at all?
I'm curious, but if I die, it's not going to matter. You could really shoot me into space.
Listen, we're all gonna die eventually. So...
Well, no shit, I am aware of that, but I'd like to live a little longer. I'm sure I can run from the company for a while. I know how they work. They know I'm captured. I'm already dead in their eyes anyway. We can fake my death. Ooh, that sounds fun.
I just don't like you at all.
To be fair, Nara, I don't like me either.
Oh.
Sounds like you should seek
That-
some help.
That's kind of depressing.
A little, yes.
You want to talk to somebody? We can help you with that.
Potentially, but you're going to kill me, so I don't really think it matters.
You know, I think that if you just let everything, out in the open right before you die, I think you'll go much, much smoother.
I want to know what that guy that you're with is made of.
That I'm actually not sure. He's a weapon, though. He's literally just meant to move in, take shit, and leave. Pretty efficient when he's not...
He's not an actual alien race,
He was.
so he's special, is what you're saying.
Very much so, yes. We augmented him. He's better now.
Oh dear.
And what's the best way to kill something like that?
He burps a bit before answering and kind of like, ugh. Just keep trying. He will eventually die. He's not immortal.
Just keep trying.
I wouldn't recommend facing him, face to face. He probably will crush your tiny little man bones. From a distance,
Many have
though,
tried. None have succeeded.
I'm just saying, if he gets a hold of you, buddy, he will just snap you like a twig.
So, Nara, once you've betrayed your company, what's the likelihood of them taking someone back?
I don't want to talk about this.
He
Not likely.
burps again and spits on the ground, or tries to. He's mostly held by the guru from Aldris.
Are we?
It's pretty not likely.
I'm gonna cock my gun. I'm gonna be like, all right, guys, are we done here?
I look at Aldris. You want your answers or not?
I mean, kind of. He's probably the only person that I can get any answer from.
He's probably also dead if the company won't take him back for any reason.
True.
We could let the company hunt him down.
Just launch him into space once we're done. You can survive in space, right? Just no suit or anything, you'll be good?
Weirdly enough, I actually can for a while.
Alright, perfect. We'll just launch you into space when we're done with you.
He would shrug, but can't.
Hey, any last words, man?
Do we have a deal? You get to exist longer and you tell me what I want to know?
His eyes open slightly and narrow. What precisely do you want to know?
I mean, I don't know really anything about him, so...
He nods at that and says, this is probably not the answer you want. And looking to Ryder, please don't instantly shoot me when I say this. But I don't know much about them either. I know we've worked with them. I know they have been around for a while. Probably too long.
Can you tell Nara which systems they're in so she can break in and find them?
Would be so useful. Thank you so much. If you do.
Systems?
Yeah. Which data center? Which server?
They have their little webs everywhere. They don't exist in a
No, I
server.
mean the company on the
Starting point.
The file the company has on them.
He smiles and says, you have it.
Oh.
There's a reason we're trying to get it back.
I guess
We
that's true.
Don't want anyone to know, and they don't want anyone to know.
Well, I mean, since I still have it, we theoretically that I still have it. I'll, definitely keep working on that.
Once again, would nod, but is jellied into place. And says, the most I know is up the ladder. There are, to my knowledge, 4 managers. I'm sure you've attempted to look at them, Nara. The big dogs, the ones in charge. They would know the most.
Right, but I don't want to talk to the big dogs.
I don't either.
Whatever.
Do we want to kidnap one of the big dogs?
That would be difficult. They're quite well guarded. You could try.
Oh, you could help us out a little bit. Still.
And how would that sweeten the deal?
Yeah, you get the pleasure of
How
existing.
about
Well, I get to
this?
exist more in space. That's just absolutely wonderful.
Yeah, I know. I don't really like that lifestyle either, but here we are.
How about we drop you off on an actual planet?
I would like that.
You got a preference?
No, our choice.
Okay, but I need answers.
I'm gonna walk over to the wall and press a button and then pull out this it's like a mechanical looking gun that's not like an actual gun, but almost like surgical while everyone's talking.
Okay.
And I'm gonna
he-
walk up behind him and stick it to the back of his neck. And while everyone's talking, I'm gonna shoot it into him. It doesn't kill him though. I'll explain in a second.
Okay. He feel that, right?
Yeah, he feels it.
Okay, he jolts and then looks around and says, "What did you just shoot in me? Why would I make any deal after you've done this?"
So what I just put at the back of your neck is not only a tracker, but if you betray us, it explodes.
He kind of slowly nods at that. All
So
right.
keep that in mind.
Not a
wait.
fan of the uncomfortable laughing, but all right.
Okay, that was a little weird, Captain.
Thank you.
Looking back to Nara, your question again was
Oh man.
how to find them, where they are, what you want to know exactly.
Well, I want to know where they are. Who's
I-
protecting
There.
them?
He looks
how to get
dangerous.
to them.
Their schedules.
Could you... And he tries to motion to the goo. Could you loosen up a bit on this? Just a wee bit.
Oh, fine. I'll get rid of some goo.
Okay, he
Not all of it, though.
Much better, thank you. Well, once again, unfortunate answers, but I'm sure you could have guessed this. They are incredibly well protected Nara and crew, which is sort of obvious. Their schedules, honestly, I have no idea. They tried to keep to themselves. Most of the information, once again, please don't instantly shoot me, is on that little pad you have there. When accessed, though, there's a reason we found you.
Go on.
I would recommend you either do it all quickly, rip the band-aid off if you will, or do it somewhere safe and far. Each time you access anything that would be considered dark data on there, the deepest mires and all that fun stuff, we're made aware of your presence.
Anytime?
Anytime.
Hmm.
There's normal
Anytime
bits
it's
of data.
accessed?
There's normal bits of data that it doesn't really care about too much. But, for example, if you were to look up...
But like the
Hmm?
missing year?
He's slowly kind of nods that. You are messing with fire. Let me
What do
be
you know about that?
let me be incredibly clear. I'm not threatening you, I'm just telling you how it is. I don't want you dead. I want to take the item from you, so you don't have to mess with it anymore. If you were to look into it any further, not only us, but others are going to want to come after you.
You know, I know that this is meant to be a word of warning, but if that doesn't make me want to go through it even more.
No.
He kind of nods that yeah. I'll be honest, I want to know what's on there as well.
Well,
Also,
you
to be
know.
completely blunt, no one knows about this blank year. The 0 year. No one knows. It's safeguarded for a reason. To my knowledge, most people that have worked on whatever project that was are dead now. It is my job to, well, ensure that is the case and true.
wow.
And our little friend back there, but well, he's doing...
Can we get
knows what?
that guy out of the can we throw him out the airlock? Because I don't like that guy.
Which guy?
The guy with the stony guy.
He's back on the planet.
We don't have this.
We don't have him.
Okay, but can we go back for him?
No.
I don't want to deal with that thing.
He gets that he's very hard to kill. I'd really rather not go back.
Sorry, Nar.
I think it would be really funny if he was just floating in space.
Well, that would be incredibly efficient. Don't bring him onto your ship, though.
Okay.
If you can somehow shoot him
Why
in space,
not?
yeah, he'd probably damage it. That's not fun.
Oh, okay.
This isn't. I'll be entirely honest. This is a very nice ship.
It is a nice ship, I know.
But long story short, they're hard to find. They're well protected. You may be able to poke at one or two of them, but that would just alert the others. The four of them should know enough about what you seek.
Do you know how to deactivate the sensor that lets people know our location?
Yes, it also deletes the data.
Damn it.
There's a reason it was designed that way. All I know is the corporation, as he kind of smiles, is protecting these things. And these things, I don't know why you know about them, Mr. Aldris, but they're very powerful and very important. They pay us well. That's all we know.
I don't know.
Am I free to be launched onto a planet? I haven't lied to you.
I don't know.
It's fine with me.
Yeah.
Could you remove the bomb from my neck as well? I don't want this inside me forever.
I can deactivate it once I know that you're not going to do anything.
It's 4, 5, that little fox thing, 6 against just little old me.
Well, it's not just you. You could easily get more of your people after us.
Oh, true. I mean, right now. And honestly, if I contact them, they're going to kill me. Nar would know this. I am dead.
Yes. Yeah.
An unfortunate fact, but one I would like to live with.
Out of character real quick. I was looking at purple guys just to see like if I could even remotely find something that looks like him. The alien the alien from Home. If you know what he looks like.
Probably not. A vague recollection. All right, he does look like he'd like to be let go, unless you guys have another question for him.
I spit off the name of a planet.
Okay.
It's a planet we know of that's in the middle of nowhere, kind of hard to get off,
All right.
but survivable.
He definitely doesn't look like that. That's way too cute.
No, I know. It's just funny because he's purple and
Yes. That one is relatively close by, Georgiana. Should function.
yeah, we can drop him off there.
Works for me.
Okay.
He's just like, all right.
I guess I'll head up to the command deck and take us there.
Okay. You guys quickly zip on over to this somewhat remote survivable planet. We're going to dump off this gentleman. And as you guys arrive, he looks to Ryder and says, how do we deactivate this little friend in my neck?
Yeah, I can do that.
Oh, thank you.
Wait, what do you mean deactivate? Why are we deactivating?
I don't want a bomb in my neck.
He is, I mean, to be fair, they will kill him, so if we don't kill him now, it's not like he can go back.
I cannot go back. 100%. If I contact them, or if they find me, I am dead.
So it's like, really, what's the point?
Sure, you say that, but he could easily hire other people to come after us.
I could.
I could leave the tracker in and just take out the bomb part. I think the bomb part's a little excessive. I'm just saying.
I don't think it's excessive at all, since we're going to kill him anyways.
Have you ever lived with the threat of a bomb going off? Have you? I have.
Are you missing a limb?
That is not the point.
We're gonna send him out. He's gonna keep the bomb in his head.
All right. He doesn't like that, but fine.
We can always deactivate it later.
All right, you will arrive on the planet. How are you allowing him to leave? Do you have like a little shoot or?
Yeah, could we just kick him out? Walk the plank!
No, the holding cells just, the floor opens up and they fall out.
Yes! Yes!
Okay, sure.
Quick drop.
In the holding cell, he's expecting something a little more ornate, maybe, and kind of just gets dumped off on the planet. Is he still in the goop, or the half goop?
There's a little bit of goop.
Okay, there's definitely still some goop residue left. You notice that he's kind of tried wiggling his way out a little bit, just to kind of shake it out, and he lands on the planet very unceremoniously. Not dead or smashed or anything. He's just kind of slightly in pain, maybe not as in pain as when someone punches you in the eye, but all the same, he's not very happy. He would wave to you guys, but probably isn't going to. He just sort of looks up as he gazes around. What kind of planet did you jump off on, Georgiana?
I'm actually picturing Tatooine.
All right, sure, he's on Tatooine, except probably less habited in a way.
Yes.
All
mean, clusters of habitation.
Yeah, and he's a wet boy, and this is dry. Probably not the best situation.
It's survivable.
It's survivable. Yeah.
You are now sandworm.
That's topical. Well, you can't really talk to him anymore, so he's kind of just looking up at your guys' ship, the Kabuto, that is floating above him.
I wave, and away we go.
He sarcastically waves back.
I'll throw a tiny bag with a little bit of food in it for him. Just a little bit.
All right,
Oh,
he'll
be nice to people that are trying to kill us.
potentially appreciate it as he goes about his day.
I wouldn't call this a nice planet, but all right.
Well,
I believe in giving people a fighting chance.
he might be dead. We'll say. He might be dead.
You accidentally gave him food that actually kills his race.
Yeah, his race, exactly. it's poison to him.
Oh, maybe I don't know anything about worm people.
All right, knowing what you guys know, where is our next destination?
Well,
we gotta take the boy back.
Homeboy to drop off the bounty.
Oh, indeed you do. All right. Well, that's a quick whip, if you will. You don't need much of the cartel, as you do have the middleman, Mr. Howdy McCormick. You guys dial him up, because I do believe he said there was a drop-off location.
Yeah, I'll dial him up.
All right, sweet. Rather than physically going there, you dial him up real quick, and once again, he's far too close to the camera. You just kind of see his mouth. He goes, "Ooh, hello there, Mr. Ryder."
What's up, Howdy?
You just see his teeth. I'm doing pretty good. How about yourself?
Oh, I'm doing lovely. I got your bounty for you.
Whoop, oh shit, there. That's wonderful. Confirmation has been sent ahead of time, I assume.
I have a little deal for you.
Oh, do tell.
I give you the bounty, but I also have all his drugs. If you want to give us some more money, you can take that off our hands.
Well, the problem with that, my friend, how much drugs you got?
A lot.
Define a lot.
Metric ton.
All right. Well, I'll send a courier your way, my friend. And there's a specific amount that the group that put out this hit wanted back. We will say, but I might skim a little off the top, if you know what I mean.
Don't blame us for the missing amount.
Your coffers might be a little extra full. No, of course not. This little shit, what's his name? Mario Jones, this little bastard, he sold some. He sold, half of it? About that? Mm-hmm. Y'all caught him shucking his wares, right?
Yeah.
There you go then. All right. Little bastard was out and selling things, and, well, this is all we can find. Sounds like
good to be Howdy.
All right, sounds like a damn solid plan to me. And you are hailed as one of his shuttle ships kind of flies up next to the Kabuto. This is fairly common. You just drop off the goods, and then you guys receive your pay.
Well, pleasure doing business with you, Howdy.
You are quite welcome, Mr. Ryder. You may contact me at any time.
All right, Ryder out.
Bye-bye. As he kind of moves back from the camera and gives you a wave. And then the intercoms are closed, and you guys are paid a fair amount more than you were expecting. This essentially means that next time you guys go out to buy things, once again, when you roll your resources, if you want something, y'all can think now. That
You know what I want?
we've already discussed it. Yeah, exactly.
I assume I need to have Nar make it for me.
That would make the most sense. Yes.
I will have her give me a list of materials to buy.
Sure.
You have a request.
I do.
Yeah, and then mechanically, if you want to figure out exactly like what it does, GG, you can definitely do that to make it a little bit easier. So we can say it does X, Y, and Z. That way we don't need to, figure it out in the moment. So you know, it does this, and lets me like use my powers from a distance. Was kind of the idea, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. It's something simple like that. We can definitely 100% go for. And like I said, you guys have all week. I guess long story. What is next week? Hold up. 22nd. Okay. Playing. Obviously, Christmas is on the way. Things might be a little weird in terms of when we do and when we don't play coming up. Obviously, you guys aren't playing next Friday, Saturday, so those are obviously going to be no-go. Probably Sunday is also a no-go. We should be fine next Wednesday, but if we're not, I'll definitely let you know. It is the holiday season, and people are going to be busy, understandably. If you guys are, please poke me in the Discord. Otherwise, you might have 1 or 2 weeks to think about cool items and shit that you want. Anything that doesn't add like +1s and +2s, I'm super cool with. Utility, I am very happy with. Anything that does utility, yes, give that to me. The weirder it is, the more willing I am to say yes to it. Also, at the end of this session, I believe I already healed you guys of your low mild consequence that was in pain. One of you, Aldris, has a healing rib. I forgot to mark that as a healing rib. My bad, buddy. Sorry about that. Those will be healed after the next session. You guys can also add a single +1 to one of your skills if you wish. 5 is still the cap, and you still need to follow the little pyramid block order. So go ahead and do that. I'll keep Foundry open for a little while, but we'll go ahead and pause things there.
Wait, 5 is the cap? You mean 4?
Sorry, 4 is the cap is what I meant to say, because my brain sometimes leaks out the side of my ears. I usually wear headphones to keep it in, or I'll just poke it back in if it like goops out.
That's my job.
These headphones aren't as good. They don't cup the ear. They just like lay over them. So when when my brains fall out, it just kind of like daintily holds it in place rather than like firmly grasping it in its hand. But yes, indeed. Anyway, that's all good. I'll catch you guys next, possibly next week. Until then.